CMSportsNet is made possible by Genova's To Go, Carroll Links, and by Carroll Indoor Sports Center.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to a special CMSportsNet broadcast of the 2025 Carroll County Wrestling Championships. It's the co-ed and girls varsity finals live from Westminster High School. We are finishing the third place finals on the co-ed side, and we will be with the championship finals momentarily. I'm Pat Stoetzer. Joining me is Carroll County Public Schools Supervisor of Athletics, Michael Duffy. You know it's a big deal because I wore a shirt and tie. Mr. Duffy, not much needs to be said. This is going to be pretty fun.
Yeah, it should be. It's always exciting to see the county championships, seeing the county finals. So this looks to be a really exciting evening or afternoon here at Westminster.
It's been a long time, 2 days, of course. The JV was Friday. Now varsity started this morning, and we're wrapping it up with the finals. We're going to be getting started momentarily, but first, we're going to take a quick break and hear from our sponsors, and then it's time for the championship finals. Don't go away. The special broadcast of the Carroll County Wrestling Championships 2025 is coming right back.
Hungry? Genova's To Go. Pizza, pasta, subs, and more. Fresh hot pizza right from the oven. Genova's To Go. A mouth-watering cheesesteak just off the grill. Genova's To Go. Fresh baked bread and plump wings seconds from the fryer. Genova's To Go. Genova's To Go carry-out, delivery, mobile device, and online ordering is available at all locations. Westminster, Hampstead, Manchester, and our newest dining room in Eldersburg for lunch, dinner, or any time in between. Genova's To Go.
Carroll Indoor Sports Center, celebrating its 30th season. 66,000 square feet of fields and courts. Rain or shine, multiple soccer and lacrosse leagues. Artificial turf fields and courts to rent. Party rooms and snack bar available. Summer camp for the kids. Safe indoor environment for athletes of all ages. Carroll Indoor Sports Center, your sport, anytime.
There's a lot about Sarah and Tara that's exactly alike. They drink the same coffee, they have the same great job, and they both have a high-quality education. The only difference? Sarah spent her first 2 years at Carroll Community College, getting the same exceptional education, but at less than half the cost. So while Tara uses her paycheck to make student loan payments, Sarah can use hers for other things, like going out for coffee. Get started at carrollcc.edu.
Welcome back. CMSportsNet's live coverage of the Carroll County Wrestling Tournament Championship Finals for 2025. Again, this is the final match of the third place on the co-ed side, 285 pounds, and we will be starting with the championship finals momentarily. Pat Stoetzer and Michael Duffy here with you from Westminster High School. We're going to take a look at the co-ed top seeds and the girls' top seeds, but before we do, just want to quickly ask you just how the day has gone in your mind. You've been here for a couple days now, set up shop. Looks like it's going, pretty much as planned.
Yeah, it's been going real well, Pat, and a lot of it is really thanks to our 7 high school athletic directors, the coaches, officials, parents, really everybody chipping in to make sure that we provide the best opportunity we can for our students. And I can't thank all of them enough, because without them, I would be running around trying to do everything, and I can't do many things well. So it is great to have such a strong team as we try and make this happen.
Yeah, it's a well-oiled machine. It always is the 58th edition of the Carroll County Wrestling Tournament, so many decades gone by where this tournament has come together. So we went ahead and go ahead and look at it. As we were talking, we showed the co-ed top seeds. As far as I know, only one of the co-ed top seeds fell during the tournament. That was Chris Brooks of Century. I think everybody else made it through, and the same on the girls' side, too.
Yeah, it's kind of gone as we pretty much expected with regard to to how we're lined up into the finals.
Yeah.
But, we're definitely looking to have some exciting finals.
While we're waiting for this third-place match to finish, I can go over and talk to you a little bit about the team scores as we head into the finals. And right now on the co-ed side, South Carroll is rolling along the Cavaliers with 189.5 points. Through, again, this is updates as the matches go on.
Right.
Manchester Valley is 128.5, so a big gap right now between the Cavaliers. They look for another county tournament title. I think it would be their 13th in school history. Man Valley has also added its share of titles. FSK in third with 120 points. That's for the team scoring. So South Carroll's in first, 189.5. Man Valley at 128.5.
Yeah. And
Francis Scott Key at 120. And on the girls' side, Winters Mill closing in on a repeat county title. The Falcons with 164 points. As you take a look at the third place match at 285, Patty Govier of South Carroll. And let's see, can you make out who it is from Man Valley? Or it should be from Westminster.
Westminster.
Well, we'll go ahead and take the match and just let you know Winters Mill 164 in the girls. Second place a battle, FSK at 108 and Man Valley at 104. So still some things to be decided
there. Yeah, and I think that'll come down to how people perform in the finals.
Yeah, absolutely, and we'll get into that here momentarily. And like you said, we're watching the last match of the consolation finals of the third place match here between Westminster and South Carroll. After that, it's pretty much going to be Mr. Duffy It's going to be announcing the finalists, the national anthem, and we'll get started with 106 pounds on the co-ed side and 100 pounds on the girls. This is Patty Govier on top of Aiden Wengert, and that's a late points there late in this match. So yeah. Govier might get a chance here to finish third if he can hold on. He's up 4-1.
And he looks like he's in pretty good shape to do that.
Yep, so give South Carroll some more points on the team side. And he will hold on here, up by 3, it looks like, over Aiden Wengert. Some storylines we'll be following today. There's a couple of many wrestlers trying to repeat as county champs. There's a couple in line to get a 4th county title. So we've got some interesting storylines here for you as the finals take shape. It looks like a final score there, 4-2 for Patty Govier. So South Carroll again getting some team points there in terms of the overall team scores. And that was it for the final match of the third place matches. And so, like Michael was saying, we will have the announcement of the finalists, and we will have co-ed and girls. We have 2 mats going on. Mat 1 will be the co-ed championships, correct, Mr. Duffy?
No, actually, Mat 1 will be the girls.
Okay.
And Mat 2 will be the co-ed.
Okay, Mat 1 girls, Mat 2 is co-ed. And they will clear the mats here, and we will have our finalists announced. We'll hear the national anthem, and then we will be looking forward to some championship wrestling. This is the first weekend, Michael, of the championship season. You got 3 weekends of individual postseason play. How important is this one for everybody involved? Just to sort of get the mind right, get the body right, and realize that we've shifted from team to individual, and it's time to go out there and try to win a state championship.
Yeah, it's a real important weekend, Pat. I mean, people want to ensure that they are lined up. We always say you want to be wrestling your best at the end.
Yep.
But this is really, really important because several wrestlers have punched their tickets into the regions. On the co-ed side, top 3 guarantees them a spot in the regions, regardless of the points they have.
Okay.
But then they also want to make sure they're lined up, ready to go.
Yeah, and it's about, like you mentioned, you want to be at your best in late February, early March. It's hard to believe state championships are only 2 weeks from 2 weeks from tonight. We'll be at Showplace Arena for the state finals. But it's important to be wrestling really at your best right now because you've got to make the best impression first to try to make that run to a state title.
Correct. And it comes down to, especially when you get to the finals, really executing.
Yeah.
I expect we'll see some good matches. I think some may not be as good as others.
Sure.
But, I think I've always found that the semifinal round tends to be the most exciting round.
Yes.
The finals, I think people get a little more tentative. But obviously it remains to be seen. We'll see how it lines up.
Yeah, and another thing to think about, too, is the quality of wrestling in Carroll County. And you and I have talked about that for many years, of course, and you knew about it even before you became the AD, the supervisor of athletics for the whole county. And just top to bottom, this is a tough, very, very tough tournament to do well in.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. We've got real good quality wrestling going on that has been here all weekend. So I think we'll see a little bit more of it.
Regionals next week at various sites for the all 7 schools. We'll have wrestlers in competition. You got the girls and the co-ed, of course, and 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 another thing we can talk about before we get started here is just the rise of the girls wrestling in Carroll County. We've talked about that many times too. It's really shot up, and to see everybody with big teams and full teams, almost everyone here has got representation. It's really cool to see.
Yes, it really is. I mean, it is. The girls' side has really continued to grow. It's exciting to see that.
Good afternoon, and welcome to Westminster High School. The home of the 2025 Carroll County Maryland Championships. And here are finalists for the co-ed and women's series.
All right, the finalists for the co-ed and the girls.
Yes, we now have them walking
Out to
across the mat,
Yep.
ready to be introduced, shake hands with their opponents, and then we'll get to have an anthem and see some really good wrestling.
Yes, sir. The co-ed guys are coming out in front of us, and then the girls too. And you're looking at these young men and women coming out onto the mat, and a lot of talent. A lot of talent on this mat right now as they line mat one. Actually going to line both mats by the time they get all the way out here. And we've seen them wrestle all year from back in early December, and now they're, some of them just minutes away from potentially their first, second, third, or fourth county championship.
Yeah, we're definitely going to see, we've got some great kids out here.
They represent their schools and the county very well.
At 100 pounds for the girls, Alexa Horesco, women's male. And for the Francis Key, Ellie Kinlock. At 113 pounds, the co-ed, Grayson Barnhill, and South Carolina. And community, Joshua Moore. At 105 pounds, for the girls, Carly Ireland Winners Mill, or Scarlett Lewinsky from Westminster. At 120 pounds, for co-ed, Eli Gabos from South Carolina. He'll go against Braden Brassel from Century. At 110 pounds for girls, Christina Padilla. And she'll go against Caitlin Lemerards. At 126 pounds for Westminster, Connor Llewellyn. And he'll go against Brody Henry from South Carolina. At 115 pounds for the girls, Abby Johnson from MSK. And she'll go against Jayla Shropshire from Westminster. At 132 pounds, Zachary Bowersox, Westminster. Will take on Ryan Idorn from Manchester. At 120 pounds for the girls, Ava Rupp will be going against, FSK will be going against Aubrey Olin from Michigan. At 138 pounds for co-ed, will be taking on Braden Vanderpool, Manchester Valley. For the girls, Bryn Ryan from Manchester Valley will be taking on grade 2-3 from South Carroll. For co-ed at 144 pounds, Jojo Gigliotti from South Carroll will be taking on Bo Snell from Manchester Valley. For the girls, Caroline McCann at 130 pounds from Westminster will be taking on Jordan Duffy from Francis High School. At 150 pounds, Angela Marchani from South Carroll will be taking on Ryan Duffy from Minnesota. At 135 pounds for the girls, Chloe Twang from Manchester Valley will take on Nellie James from Westminster. At 157 pounds for co-ed, Dylan Oler from Liberty will be going against Brady Snyder from South Carolina. At 140 pounds for the girls, Riley Gitterman from Century will be taking on Amelia Bodie from Westminster. At 165 pounds for co-ed, Chris Gang from Winters Mill will be going against Patrick Mattingly from LSK. At 145 pounds for the girls, Maddie Gayhoff from FSK will be going against Addie Grubb from Manchester Valley. At 175 pounds for co-ed, JT Ferguson from Century will be taking on Daniel McLeod from Rivers Mill. For the girls at 155 pounds, Gabby McLeod from Rivers Mill will be going up against Savannah Glover from FSK. At 190 pounds for co-ed, Landon Hamper from South Carolina will be going against Kevin Hearn from Liberty. At 170 pounds for the girls, Maya Sweet from Rivers Mill will be going against Talila Lazenby from Manchester Valley. At 215 pounds for co-ed, Manny Rodriguez, South Carolina will be going against Victor Tejada from Manchester. For the girls at 190 pounds, Lily Ulmer Glass from Manchester will be going against Macy Dahan from South Carolina. At 285 pounds for co-ed, Prue Booth from Manchester Valley And at 235 pounds, your county champion, Jay Love from Minnesota.
All right, your co-ed and girls finals are announced now. Pause for. We will in a minute pause for Anthony, I believe, and then we will have championship finals wrestling from the annual county wrestling tournament. Nope.
Yeah, it looks like we're moving into wrestling. I think the anthem was done earlier this morning.
We're going to pass on the anthem. All right.
Wrong.
That's okay. Hey. We're not making it up as we go, but we're making it up as we go.
All right. So, oh, there we go. Anthem is coming
right on
now.
time. And now our Star Spangled Banner. Star Spangled Banner after all to kick off the finals, and here we go. 106 pounds championship match, co-ed.
All right, we've got Jake Simeone of South Carroll and Caden Reed of Man Valley. Reed got in a nice shot. Simeone countered quite well. Got a nice three-point takedown.
Simeone 29-6, freshman, South Carroll, multiple-time state place winner in the junior league level, and Caden Reed, so a pair of freshmen there. Varsity tournament debut.
Already more scoring than the last time you and I watched these two compete.
That's
right.
That
was a 1-0 win for Simeone.
Caden Reed 30-6 on the season. And like Michael said, we were at Winfield for the match of the week between South Carroll and Man Valley. It feels like not that long ago, but here we are.
Had one bout to get here.
He did. He had a bye.
And then he pinned in the semifinals.
Yes, in the third period over Jake Vile of Westminster. Meanwhile, Caden Reed had Eli Stein, who was, I believe, if he wasn't the top seed, he was the second seed.
No, Stein was the 3. Reed was the 2.
But still a close match.
It was a 6-5 win for Reed to get himself into the championship finals.
Yes, you're right. Caden the 2 on the bottom of the bracket. Simeone at the top, so
yep.
I'll get the math here. It's only the first match.
Good.
I'll get the math as we get along.
And you can see, Simeone's trying to get back behind. Reed's got a trap of the leg. We might be near a stalemate pretty soon because it doesn't look like either one is really improving position just yet.
3-0 is the score.
And there you go. There we see the stalemate call.
It's almost like you've been watching this for a while.
Something like that. Looks like we got about 43 seconds left in the first. Simeone, as you said, with that 3-0 lead.
You see two freshmen, sorry to jump in, you see two freshmen like this, and you think, oh, nerves, their first time out. Not really the case in wrestling. These kids have been wrestling for a while at the junior league level. They know the stakes of such a match like this.
Yeah, absolutely. Neither one's a first-year wrestler, but both looking to maximize their opportunities and try and grab that first county championship of their career.
Absolutely. Only first-year wrestlers on paper at the high school level. They've been doing this for a little while. It's like about 15 seconds to go here in the opening period.
Yep. And we're still at a 3-0 lead for Simeone. At this point, he's really not putting much chance of getting Reed over. And there we go. End of one. 3-0 lead for Simeone. Like I said, he's got to feel a lot better. He's already scored 2 more points than he did over 6 minutes the last time.
Feeling good about himself now with one 2-minute period down and possibly 2 more to go.
Yeah.
We're live in Westminster High School's gymnasium. A very cool setup at the county tournament all the time. Fans and spectators that aren't associated with the team, particularly up to top level, sort of watching down into the arena, makes it for a cool environment. Only wrestlers, coaches, and officials on the bottom level. So
it really does.
It's pretty cool.
It's a great environment for this kind of competition.
Absolutely, yeah. This
we're
event.
Really happy to have it here.
Yeah. And, the only gym in the county who has this sort of setup, and so it's been here for quite some time.
Can't say enough about the work that Mr. Brian Tomes, the athletic director here, he and his staff have done to get it ready for this. So I mean, it really is.
It doesn't happen overnight, right?
No,
You got to be ready. So.
All right. Simeone is
trying
nice to. He's definitely got. All right. So Simeone gets his one. He gets his escape. Tried to do a little bit of a roll through onto the back.
Try to get a reversal before he could get to it. Right?
And try and take him right to the back. Caden fought it off pretty well.
He did.
But now he finds himself down 4-0.
Yeah. So Simeone started that period on the bottom, and he got out, gives him the 1-point escape, and there goes Reed trying to be aggressive.
Good shot and reshot. First shot was just a little too far outside, which is part of why he didn't penetrate into the legs real well. Simeone's working a front headlock. Oh, had a front headlock, but now he's kind of. Really nice takedown by Reed there.
That was, and they gave it to him.
So now he's got a 4. So now he's trailing him 4-3. Very different perspective of the match now.
100%. The 3-point takedowns this year have been a game changer. We're on the far mat. We have a good view, but we could see. And in the old days, that could have been potentially out of bounds. But out of bounds has changed a little bit too, as well. The rules this year.
Yeah.
You don't have to be. Just a little bit of what's the new rule? Only a little bit of you have to be within the circle.
You need to have 1 point of contact.
1 point of contact, right?
Within the circle.
Used to be good.
It used to be a lot more. It used to be 2 points of contact, 3, 2. But 1 point of contact. So
makes it different.
You can keep a toe in the circle as long as you're not out on the floor.
Right.
You can continue to score points.
And I think that's what
continue to score points.
I think that's what. If it was pretty close, unless it was actually.
Don't think this is blood time. I think this was it was giving him a chance. It's more cleanup time. If I had to guess.
Okay.
Because I don't see the blood clock running.
Right. Simeone has had something on his face. We're not sure if it was blood or what. But you're right. The clock is running unless they're just.
No, I think it was just cleanup.
Yeah, cleanup. Okay.
Because when they're actively bleeding, and you'll have 5 minutes total match of blood time, but once the bleeding itself has stopped.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Reed gives him the escape because he feels more comfortable on his feet. But as I was saying, once the bleeding has stopped, it becomes cleanup, and that doesn't count against the wrestler.
Right. So that point makes it 5-3 in this match.
Yes. So Reed's trailing by 2. He looks a lot more comfortable on his feet this period than he did in the second. But wow, Simeone just great low single.
Oh, and right into a potential pin.
Yeah, Simeone, wow, that was such a quick move.
And there it is.
In 3 minutes, 22 seconds for our first county championship and the first one of his career.
His 30th win of the year is the county title for Jake Simeone, and a great shot, a great way to finish that match for that young man.
All right, now we're up on mat number 1. We've got the girls 100 final between Ellie Kinlock of FSK and Alexa Resco of Winters Mill. I know they met at least once earlier in the year, and Alexa did come out victorious. I believe it was by pinfall, but I'm not going to swear on that one. Both experienced wrestlers. Ellie Kinlock is a 2-time county runner-up. She also is a 2A, 1A North Region champ. And won the FSK holiday tournament, but Alexa Resco with a quick takedown.
Both juniors, Kinlock 16-3, Resco 12-4. Resco 3rd place at the Falcon Invitational this year again.
Yep. I believe they wrestled each other there.
Okay.
And,
okay.
If I recall, Resco did win that match, which is what gave her the top seed over Ellie Kinlock.
She is working that shoulder.
She is, and you can see Kinlock is wearing the shoulder brace.
Yep.
So
smart wrestling. I mean, hey, you try to go to your strengths and weaknesses here, right?
Yep.
So it's pretty safe to say that
Rusko's trying to work a cross-face
trying
cradle.
to get the cradle. You hear Coach Lou Warham and John Fisher, and she might be able to get that cinched up. We'll see.
Looks like she has it locked up. And she take her back. And she's starting to collect back points. She's got her in a pinning combination. Nice bridge by Kinlock.
Yeah, I was just
going to
say, good bridge.
And there's the fall.
Yeah.
Alex Rusko with her first county championship in 1 minute and 24 seconds.
Impressive for Rusko. And the team that's leading this thing just got some more team points. And safe to say that showcase right there, the top 2 girls teams in Carroll County. Take away from anything from Ann Valley, but points-wise, I think you're looking at the top 2 teams.
Yeah.
FSK and Winners Mill. And there's a Winners Mill County champ. And now we go back over to co-ed. And look, this one, don't blink because Grayson Barnhill's on the mat for South
I was just
Carroll.
going to say, if past is precedent, you want to make sure you watch pretty quickly because Grayson Barnhill doesn't wrestle very long. He is a pinning machine. He's 34-2 on the year. He's defending state champ. He is already a 2-time county champ.
Get it in quick.
And he's got a cradle.
And that is 8 seconds.
8 seconds.
8 seconds for Grayson
Barnhill.
Barnhill.
Is now a 3-time
I wanted you to get through
Yeah.
the accolades quickly.
with the fall over Josh Moore of Liberty.
Grayson Barnhill, that is impressive. 35-2. Joshua Moore will be runner-up at the county, but Grayson Barnhill, the first of what he hopes is 3 straight championship weekends. And now we go over to 105 on the girls' side.
And we've got Carly Ireland of Winters Mill, who's a junior with a 16-2 record, and sophomore Scarlett Malinsky of Westminster coming in at 15-5. Both are state qualifiers last year, and coming in. All right. Both, let's see.
Malinsky in green, and Ireland in red if you're watching from home.
Good point.
In terms of the scoring, I should say.
Absolutely.
They're not wearing green and red.
No, but that's their color as far as the scoring position.
Yes,
So that's a good point.
Oh, hey, thanks. I got one.
There
That's one in right there. Yeah, you mentioned these two. I mean, state qualifiers, like you said. Queen of the Jungle tournament for Westminster not too long ago. She finished 5th in her weight class.
Right.
She was ranked as high as 14th, perhaps, in Maryland for 105 pounds, and runner-up last
Looks
month.
like Malinsky's got herself a takedown.
Runner-up at Who's Number 1 tournament. Go ahead, yeah.
So Malinsky's up early 3-0. And looks like Ireland tried for a bit of a roll, but did not get all the way through, but also gave up no back points.
So Malinsky on top, 3-0.
All right, Ireland is trying to make a turn and trying to work her way up so that perhaps she can try and get a reversal. She wants to keep her hips high.
She needs to get that head out, right, from under that grip and try to get possession.
She wants to try and free her right leg, too.
Yep.
Malinsky's still got that right leg trapped. And we're down right around 15 seconds remaining in this first period.
Malinsky watching the clock.
Yep.
Trying to get the cradle. She might not run out. She might not have enough time. We'll see.
Yeah, but she's definitely keeping that leg locked, which is preventing Carly Ireland from getting away. And there we go, into 1.
Good start for Malinsky.
Yeah.
You mentioned Malinsky, a sophomore, Ireland a junior, right? So
that's correct.
Both with good records here on the year. You know, I said Winters Mill and Key, the top 2 teams. There's good wrestling and on the girl side all around. I'm looking at Westminster. They've got county champs. Man Valley's got county champs. Liberty has a county champ. So not to take anything away from anybody else.
We're starting the second period in neutral again. All right. Ireland got a nice little bit of a throw by, but she needs to take her down to the mat with control in order to get the 3-point takedown. And so far, she's not been able to do that. She's still got a standing behind her. She's going to need to get her down to a third. There it is.
All right, that ties the score.
Carly Ireland ties it up with a takedown.
3-3.
And Malinsky's right back on her feet.
Needs to peel the hands away to get that escape, and she does.
She's got it. So now Malinsky with a 4-3 lead.
I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the resplendent Westminster coaching staff over there. Sean Ensign and Chip Moladina always decked out in the nines to the nines for the finals.
Always appreciate that.
Gotta have some flair sometimes on the wrestling mat.
100%. All right, so about 45 seconds remaining in the second period with a 4-3 lead for Malinsky. Majority of this match has been from the feet, both the first two periods starting neutral. But Ireland is trying to work a little bit of the upper body, trying to work some underhooks. All right, Ireland's back behind her again.
Yeah.
She's going to need to drop her down. She's only got 10 seconds to do it.
And she does. That counted.
She's right back up. So she's got another 3. That gives her a 6-4 lead.
Yeah. Oh, and she
Malinsky
gets out.
Makes it 6-5.
Just before the end of the period.
Remaining.
A flurry of points there in the final 30 seconds.
All right, so Ireland has choice.
We got a good one here for the final 2 minutes.
Ireland looking at her coach, John Fisher, on what to choose. And she chooses neutral.
Yeah, I just heard go neutral. So.
Carly Ireland with a 6-5 lead with 2 minutes remaining in this bout.
One of these two young women will have their first county championship.
This is where they want to be, both of them want to be careful and not get too aggressive. You don't want to walk into a mistake.
Right, you are.
You want to do what has gotten you here. It almost looked like Malinsky was looking for a headlock there. Ireland tried for a little bit of a shrug, which she's done to effective as far as getting behind Malinsky several times. All right, a little over a minute remaining. Malinsky trying to go for a front headlock, which she has. Working from there.
70 seconds.
And they're out of bounds. So once that second foot of Malinsky went out of bounds, we start again.
Back
so
to
just
center.
over a minute remaining, and we are still 6-5 Carly Ireland. She's looking a little winded as she's walking back to the center of the mat.
It's been a good one here between these two.
Yeah. Well, again, tries the shrug, gets behind. Now she needs to put her down onto the mat again if she wants to score the points.
Malinsky peeling away those hands. Really good. Good job by
Ireland's
Malinsky.
doing a great job with the shrug, but she's struggled. But each time it's been really a lot of work for her to get Malinsky down onto the mat.
These are two
to secure the points.
I was going to say two evenly matched wrestlers right here.
Absolutely.
Malinsky and Ireland with 35 seconds to go in regulation. There can be overtime wrestling.
Yes.
That remains to be
we
seen.
are under 30 seconds to go. You can see Coach John Fisher standing up and, imploring Carly Ireland not to make a mistake.
Yeah, you're going to want to make something
got
happen
a shot.
here. 15
Ireland's
seconds.
trying to fight trying to lock up a cradle, which it looks like she's done,
she
and put Malinsky onto her back.
Yeah. Malinsky tried to make something happen down a point.
And sometimes you have to. She gets the 3 plus 4
Good
back.
match. Good match.
And because of the new scoring rules, that gives her a major decision in her first county championship.
Sure does.
Goes to Carly Ireland of Winters Mill.
It was a good match. I give Malinsky credit for trying to make something happen there, but credit Carly Ireland, county title.
All right, now we're up at 120 pounds on the co-ed side, and that gives us Braden Brazel, who's a defending county champ. He's a junior at 21-7, and sophomore Eli Gabrielson, who's coming in at 33-0 and is ranked #1 in the state of Maryland this year.
Newcomer to South Carroll, but not a newcomer to wrestling. He transferred from St. Mary's Riken, and right away a takedown for Gabrielson.
And he is pretty much a takedown machine, so he gets a quick takedown and then lets go, and then goes right back to it.
It's gonna be one of those matches here.
So now he's up, 6-2.
6-2 quickly, yeah. Yep.
25 seconds into the bout.
Brazel 21-7, like Michael mentioned, 2024 Carroll County champ and a state qualifier for Gabrielson, national prep All-American, a state finalist in the Tyrant tournament, national champ. Those are coming from his private school wrestling days. And he has fit right into South Carroll's lineup this year.
Absolutely, he has. And, he's been, as it shows, 33-0, very successful. Part of that state championship, fourth straight state championship dual team.
Let's congratulate South Carroll. They're coming off of that last weekend.
Yep.
They've pretty much had their way with the 1A competition yet again this year.
Gabrielson, all right, gets yet
tried to go for a
takedown.
cradle there for a second.
Yeah, he had it for a moment. And
he'll take
just
the 3
over
points.
a minute in, he's up 9-2.
Looks like he has the potential tilt. He gets some back points there. Not decided to go away from it, maybe. Maybe he wants to work this half. Yep. Either way, Gabrielson in control. They're going to be out of bounds.
All right.
He is in control
They are
here
out of
with
bounds.
36 seconds left in the first
Yeah,
period.
he's up again. Remains up 9-2.
See if Gabrielson wants to let him up. Well, we'll see what happens here. You just mentioned his takedown prowess, but he is going to keep it that way and work from the top position. It's fun to watch both styles, Michael. You have the power wrestlers like we watched Barnhill just kind of take no time, but it is also, maybe fun's the wrong word, but just a pleasure sometimes is watch the technical guys go be at their craft, at their best. It's fun to watch.
Absolutely. Gabrielson is both fast and technical.
Yes.
Barnhill is a technical wrestler, but he's also, for his size, incredibly strong. And really just knows how to work everything through. All right, Gabrielson has him with a pinning combination, and with looks like 6 seconds
154
remaining.
into the
so
match.
154. Eli Gabrielson wins his first county championship.
Congratulations to him. Another one for South Carroll. And on we go here in the championship finals of the Carroll County Wrestling Tournament.
All right, now we have a teammate matchup here in the
yes.
county finals for 110 pounds on the girls' side. We've got both from Winners Mill, Christina Padilla and Caitlin Lemarese.
And this time we know who they are.
Yes, we do.
We have a short-term memory of struggling to realize who was wrestling Winners Mill, but hey, we're here now.
Christina is a junior with a 16-6 record. She was the top seed here, I believe. She's a 2-time county finalist and was a state qualifier last year after placing 3rd at the region. Caitlin was first at the FSK Showcase this year. She's a sophomore who's 13-7.
Yep. And 4th at the Falcon Invitational, their home invitational.
So my guess is they've probably wrestled each other before.
They might have been
Called a
wrestling each other
hunch.
yesterday for practice.
Sure.
Your hunch is right.
Well, all right. Ooh, both tried for a bit of a headlock. Christina Padilla managed to sneak out of it and got behind for the takedown. Looks like she's trying to ride legs a little bit.
She's trying to work the upper
Trying to work
body
the leg
as well.
in on on the right side, and is now trying to power half on the left. Definitely being heavy on that head, so wants to exert some power onto it. Be rough on the neck, make Caitlin have to work a little bit more.
Oh.
All right, so
Escape.
Christina let her go. Caitlin Lemarese gets the escape, so now she trails 3-1. About 40 seconds remaining in this first period. And officials reminding them both to work center, not to hang out on the edge of the mats. Do that too much, might get hit with a stalling call. Both trying to control the head and the opposite arm. Padilla trying to go with a front headlock and runs out of time. Looks like she's going to go for a head and wing, but time ran out.
First period is done. We are 3-1 in favor of Christina
And
Padilla.
Christina Padilla has all the choices, and she takes down position to start the second period.
This is the 110-pound
does a bit
final.
of a roll,
Oh,
comes out, nice reversal.
it was.
So Christina now leads 5-1.
She can start
Early
working
second
up.
period, now starts trying to work the leg in.
Cross face there.
And wants to flatten her out first. Makes it a lot easier to do a pinfall, to move to a pinning combination from a first flattening out your opponent.
That's the goal, right? Try to get their arms and legs as flat as possible if you're in
Yeah.
that position, right?
Yeah, it makes it a lot easier.
That's usually how I do it, so.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. But Padilla right now in control, 5-1.
Right. And she's continuing to work. Lemarisse is balling up just a little bit. The official may at some point say, all right, you're going to need to open up a little bit or that's stalling. Kind of like I said. Official calls Caitlin Lemarisse for stall for not working to improve her position.
You're on it, You're on it today.
Yeah. All right. So, okay. So she
5-2.
puts her up. And now we're at 5-2. And you can see she's got the head and wing. She wants to try and throw. Nope. Christina let it go. And we've got 45 seconds left in the second period.
When you say head and wing, that just means head with the arm locked in?
Yes, and then you want to try and throw to the side, turn the corner, throw it off to the side, and then take them right to their back.
So it's not a shake down, it's a shake
No,
around.
it's really more of a, turn to the side, work perpendicular, and push towards the back.
You'll see with the two-handed grip, sometimes they'll pull down to try to get the person their opponent to be a little lower, obviously center of gravity, and then get around them for the takedown. From this position, obviously, in wrestling, you're just working to try to take them down, right?
Absolutely. And the other thing you want to do is, Christina Padilla with the 5-2 lead doesn't want to make a mistake that has her going in the third period tied. So she wants to be smart. She's got 5 seconds remaining. She wants to be careful because she's probably going to be on top this period. Lemarisse has choice.
Padilla leads 5-2.
And she takes neutral. She thinks she's got a shot at a takedown. And if she can secure a takedown, then we'd be back to a tie bout.
Probably a smart idea. You don't want to be trying to work a minute and a half or so from the bottom.
Although she's gotten out each time from
that is true
from bottom. So
that is true.
I'm not sure that because
that would have given you another point.
Escape and the takedown would give her a lead. But also both of those could take time, and she has yet to secure a takedown.
Oh.
All right, so let's see. Oh, okay. Lemarisse going for a headlock. Padilla really got a nice low center gravity. Didn't allow her to throw her over. And then ducked her head out, and that gave her the 3-point takedown. So she's got an 8-2 lead with a minute and a half remaining in this bout.
A big swing there. I mean, if Lemarisse had pulled that off, like you said, we'd have a tie score.
Yeah, but she has not. So now Padilla is going to try and work to a pinning combination, see what she can do to finish this off.
And Padilla's in control now. I mean, up by 5-6, minute and 5 and counting. So she is looking for that first county title.
Yep.
Coming up next over on the co-ed side, we'll have Brody Henry of South Carroll and Connor Ruane of Westminster. That'll be the 126 co-ed final, which will be on mat 2 after the end of this match with 45 seconds to go. Padilla leads her teammate, Caitlin Lemarisse, 8-2. Got to be a weird feeling when you're wrestling someone you've been seeing all year, especially you see a lot of these kids all year. Now you're seeing someone you see every day during the season. We've seen it before on the girls' side in county tournaments past, so it's not uncommon, but it certainly is still unique.
Right.
Got to be a unique feeling for both of these young ladies.
No, it is. And now we're down 20 seconds remaining in the bout.
Padilla trying to hang on here and finish this thing off. And it looks like she will do so. Christina Padilla.
All right, with 5 seconds remaining, it's going to take some sort of miracle. But it looks like Christina Padilla, after being twice a county runner-up, is your 2025 110-pound Carroll County champ.
Congratulations to Christina Padilla.
And as you said, now on mat number 2, we've got Connor Ruane, the top seed from Westminster. He's a sophomore, has a 36-6 record, and Brody Henry, a 10th grader from South Carroll, who's 33-6. Brody last year was 5th in the 2A, 1A states and was the county and region champ as a 9th grader.
Ruane got to this point by taking out one of the top seeds, Chris Brooks of Century. So congrats to Connor Ruane for getting there, and now he's got to face the reigning champ, or a reigning champ.
Right, Ruane last year was 3rd here in the counties, was a state qualifier after finishing 2nd in the region.
Really good season for as a freshman. He's a sophomore, and so is Brody Henry.
Right.
Of course, Michael mentioned state place winner, county and region champ a year ago.
You often find a lot in the lightweights, a lot of movement, a lot of constant movement looking for takedowns. Not that they don't in the heavier weights, but in the lightweights you definitely see just so much more constant movement, looking for a lot of speed. Not that strength isn't, it hurts him, but really
Sure.
a lot of speed. You can see Henry's, hopping around and really looking to try and secure, move to a leg so that he can work on a takedown. He's got a 2-on-1. Ruane pulls out of it. Ruane tried to go to a front headlock, but Henry shrugged out of that a little bit.
No scoring yet. A minute
So
and 4 seconds into the match.
Official says my time. Looks like as they're reaching, might have had a finger towards the eye. Official determined there was no intent. Inadvertent. Wanted to make sure that Henry's okay. Henry has a little bit of a unique style because you'll see sometimes, even in his neutral stance, he'll go down to one knee as he's working towards the takedown. Again, he's working at 2-on-1 on his right, on Ruane's left side. You see Ruane's pushing away with the head and then backs out of it. Henry did a little bit of a feint of a shot, but he was out pretty far. I'm not sure if he's just trying to get Ruane off, off balance a little bit, but didn't seem like he was particularly committed to that shot. All right, end of one.
No score.
Ruane gets all the choices. He defers, and Henry's going to take bottom.
Probably the right move.
Yep.
If you're Brody Henry.
I would agree with that.
We've mentioned before, it's a little bit easier to get out from the bottom than it is to work on top.
Yeah. All right, Ruane does a lift and takes it down. We'll get you some oohs and ahs in the bleachers, but doesn't really score you any points. And he's going to have to do something quickly because he's just standing behind. He's going to get hit for stalling if he doesn't return to the mat quickly. But he was able to return him again. Henry's up each time, though. Ruane is not able to keep him down on the mat for very long. And he will have to be careful not to be standing behind him for too long, lest he be immediately hit. He's going to get hit for stalling at some point if that continues. And Henry
got out
right at the edge of the mat.
There's your first point of the match, and it goes to Brody Henry.
So a minute and a half remaining here in this second period, and Henry's got a 1-0 lead. And again, he's shooting out just a bit too far. He's going to have to clear some of Ruane's defenses if he really wants to get that takedown. So I'm not sure if he's as committed to that as it looks like he may be.
Looked like Henry might have.
Yeah, might have gotten another poke towards the eye.
Yeah.
Ruane has a nice single. Henry counters by reaching to the opposite leg. Ruane trying to work from a cradle as well. And official calls an illegal hold, looks like, on Brody Henry.
Give one to Ruane.
And Coach Hamper asked a quick question, and he seems content with the explanation. So now we're tied at 1-1. And Henry in with a nice low single, with a nice single leg. Ruane has managed to keep, looks like a wizard, and he's fighting off pretty well. Henry still got points of contact in the mat, so in the circle, so we're still going to continue wrestling. Ruane looks like he's trying to work to a cradle to a front headlock and then pushes him out of bounds.
So still neutral.
Yeah, we are. Neutral with 33 seconds remaining, all tied at 1. My guess is if it remains, well, regardless of what happens, is Ruane's going to want to go right back, going to go to bottom to start the third period. Both have had some really, their last two shots for each of them were really good, just neither one able to finish it. Ruane's got to be careful that he's not wrestling the edge too much. Henry seems to be the aggressor. He's working towards.
5 seconds to go in the second period.
All right. All right, we've got 4 seconds remaining. We'll see if anyone wants to venture anything crazy in this remaining time. Looks like they're both content to take it to the third. looks like we've got a headgear issue for Brody Henry. Official has determined it is not, it's simply his time, not an issue for a stall call, which certainly appreciate when official can take that kind of thing. And, you know, we're talking about quite a veteran official over there named Paul Triplett, who's been doing this for a real long time. So he's definitely, you know, understands what's going on, the issue of the match.
Westminster coach Garrett Vander Valk, a veteran of this tournament, wrestled for the Owls. He's standing up.
Interesting. Ruane,
Ruane,
all tied up, decides to take neutral to start the third period.
Oh, okay.
I'm a little surprised by that. Maybe he doesn't feel as comfortable on bottom. Maybe he's a little worried about Henry's top ride. But someone's going to need to score a point.
Indeed.
Otherwise, we're going to go to our first overtime. But we still got 2 minutes of wrestling before we get to that point.
That headgear. Yeah, still working on that headgear of Henry's.
All right,
we're set.
Here we are. Started period number 3. All tied at 1. And for lack of scoring, it's been a pretty intense match. Again, if I'm as I'm watching this, that's kind of what I was expecting. Ruane's really more backing up towards the edge of the mat, and Henry has been the aggressor. So Ruane got hit for a stall call. Next one is going to cost him a point. He really can't afford that in a 1-1 match. So he's going to have to be careful in how he's aggressive as well.
Good match to this point.
Yeah, it really has been.
Yeah, minute 20 to go. Still 1-1.
As I said, you can see Henry doesn't mind dropping down to a knee and attacking from there. He's not always, you know, driving through the knee. All right, Ruane gets on a leg and drives him out of bounds. That kind of thing buys him a little bit of time as far as being aggressive. And he got a caution on Henry. He tried to go before the whistle.
I mean, it's getting to be crunch time here late in the third period, or halfway through the third period.
Henry goes for a shot, but again, he's just a tad far out for these to happen. Ruane needs to be careful. He wants to try and work to the center. All right, Ruane's got a nice single on him. Nothing yet, though. Henry's fought it off, and Ruane gets the takedown.
40 seconds to go, and Connor Ruane with a 4-1 lead.
All right, we've got, what is that, 29 seconds remaining. Ruane's on top with a 4-1 lead.
Oh, all right, so he may be letting him up here.
He's going for an alternate start, and all right, he lets Henry go. So now 25 seconds. Takedown for Henry wins it.
Yep.
Ruane can afford one stall call.
It's true.
To make it 4-3, but he's got to be careful that it's not too obvious, and I think we're about to see one based on what he's doing. Henry's Ruane, 5 seconds left. Henry's trying to get in, and there's your champion for the home crowd, Westminster Owls,
Connor Ruane
with a 4-2 lead, 4-2 win over Brody Henry.
Congratulations to Connor Ruane, the county champ for the home Westminster Owls in their home gym. We will head back over to the girls' side.
115 pounds. We've got Maddie Johnson from FSK. She's a 15-6 record sophomore, taking on senior Jayla Shropshire of Winters Mill, who comes in at 17-6.
This should be a good one.
Yep. Jayla's got a nice shot in and has come. Looks like she came out behind, but did not yet secure the takedown. Official's opinion. And that's going to give her 3. She's going to have to work up the body lest she get hit for a stall call. And Jayla Shropshire up 3-1 after the escape by Maddie Johnson.
Yeah, Maddie Johnson got out. You can't just hold on to the ankles, right? Or else
correct.
You get hit.
Got to work up. Got to be always working to improve. And you know, a lot of that is a judgment call by the officials of what it means to be working to improve. But Jayla's going to want to try and work up the body, and she wriggles out, and she's got a second takedown. She gives her a nice 6-1 lead. Just over a minute to go. A minute gone in this first period.
Yeah.
Easy for me to say.
Well said. But yeah, a very quick and successful start for Jayla Shropshire.
Yeah. And looks like she's trying to work at crossface. Looks like she's probably going to look for the cradle net. She then is now maybe trying to work in.
Johnson trying to wriggle her off.
Yeah.
But she's high.
And Johnson's got the head. Shropshire wants to, there you go, she pulls her head back, has the legs in. Looks like she's working a bit of a power half. 15 seconds remaining here. Shropshire is trying to get her into near fall criteria. Does not look like she got long enough. Looks like she got a 1 count.
5 seconds. So no points there, but still 6-1.
End of one. Jayla Shropshire has that 6-1 lead, as you said.
FSK girls coach Davey Blake almost going on.
Jayla has all the choices. She defers. Maddie Johnson says, I want neutral.
Yep.
She's been taken down twice, but she still feels that's her best position. And you can hear Coach Davey Blake yelling, start your attacks.
Yep. Shropshire put together quite a season. She's a strong wrestler.
Yeah.
At only just 115 pounds. Second place at FSK's tournament, second place in the Falcon Invite, third at regionals last year.
Back in on the leg again.
Third at counties. Looking for her first county title, and she's off to a great start.
Yep. And she's going to have to work. She's got to have to get a better position than just holding on that leg. Maddie Johnson has managed to flatten her out. So if anything, Jayla either wants to get back to a base or find a way to get all of them out of bounds. But Maddie Johnson is trying to break loose on that grip and get all the way, and they are out of bounds. And we're back neutral, 47 seconds gone in this second period. Still 6-1 for Jayla Shropshire. Maddie Johnson with a shot.
I see.
Although again, she's going to have to work to improve. Jayla Shropshire yanking that ankle, and looks like she's almost behind, but Maddie Johnson still has that leg wrapped up. Doing a nice job with it. And Shropshire gets behind again. She's got a 9-1 lead with 40 seconds remaining here in the second period.
Shropshire
trying to break her down.
Shropshire definitely in control of this match.
You can hear Coach John Fisher of Winters Mill reminding Jayla not to use a leg ride. He does not feel that that's her best opportunity here. But she's trying to work a power half, and she is turning Maddie Johnson, and I think she's got her. So with 3 minutes and 46 seconds gone in this bout, Jayla Shropshire is your 2025 115-pound county champion.
Impressive. Congratulations to Jayla Shropshire, another Winters Mill County champ on the girls' side.
All right, 132. We've got another Westminster wrestler in Zach Bowersox. He's a 27-16 sophomore, and he's going to take on senior Ryan Hydorn of Manchester Valley, who's 23-13.
Both state qualifiers from a year ago.
Bowersox immediately working onto a front headlock, and they're out of bounds. Again, Bowersox trying to work that front headlock.
So I misspoke earlier. It's Bowersox that knocked out Chris Brooks, the top seed. I think I said it was Connor Ruane.
Oh, killing me. And there's Hydorn with the takedown.
Bowersox with a 11-6 decision in his semifinal. Hydorn with a pin over Alex Little in the second period of their semifinal.
Right, so
match.
this is if I'm not mistaken, a 4 versus 3 matchup. Not something you see all that
Just
often.
how you drew it up, right?
Yeah. Both 1 and the 2 seed lost. Hydorn trying to work to a stack. Could not finish it, but really had a nice drag out of that front headlock of Bowersox, which gave him that 3-0 lead. So just over a minute to go in this first period.
We're used to talking about 1 and 2 seeds in March Madness. We're not quite in March, but this is definitely that feel.
Hydorn has turned him over again, but is not able to get even a 2 count. But now it looks like he's got him for near fall criteria.
In fact, Hydorn's getting a chance to get a pin.
Far. And he's now got him in 4 points if he does not get a pin. So he's got 4 points waiting on him.
And 40 seconds trying to hook this pin. There it is.
And he gets the pin. Ryan Hydorn, 132-pound county champion for Manchester Valley, with the pin in 1 minute, 28 seconds. Brings us to 120 on the girls' side. And we've got senior Ava Rupp of FSK, who's 15-6. She was county champ last year against another defending county champ, and Aubrey Oler, who's a sophomore from Liberty, who's 14-2 this season. She's also a region champ and state runner-up last year at 100 pounds.
A couple of county champions from a year ago, trying to add another one. There can be only one, of course.
Aubrey is the first of 2 Ohlers we'll see this afternoon.
Yes.
As her older brother Dylan will be wrestling at, I believe, at 157 pounds in the co-ed finals.
And we'll see what happens there, but he could be going for some Liberty history.
Yes.
I believe there have been no Lion wrestlers to win 4 career county titles, so he'd be the first if he gets it.
He's got a chance at it.
He does.
All right.
Early here in the first period, Oler in the black singlet and Rupp in the red, white, and blue on Francis Scott Key.
Both kind of feeling each other out, figuring out, what tack they want to take. Not quite as fast moving as that 115-pound final we just saw, where Jayla Shropshire and Maddie Johnson were constant motion from the start.
Yes.
Oler's in on a nice shot to switch to a double leg. Takes
and it goes right to a
down
half,
right,
almost.
Tried to go right to the half.
Yep.
But again, give Rupp some credit. She came out of that quite well.
She did. Now she's got that squat down.
But you can see that Oler's got a nice 3-0 lead, which you can build on with 44 seconds remaining here in the first period.
Oler trying to go back to that half and turn.
Yep. And Rupp working to keep that, pull that leg over. Okay, she's going to a cradle, or trying to go to a cradle, trying to turn.
Not
with the
there.
head and the side.
I don't think that's going to be there. We'll see. Rupp no slouch here.
No.
Right. 15 seconds.
Yep. Aubrey Oler's managed to flatten out Ava a couple times, but has not been able to, put it all together and get her towards her back. Rupp turns out of that with under 5 seconds remaining to get a.
Oh, that's a big point.
It is.
That's a big point right there for Rupp.
It cuts the lead to 3-1 as we head to the second. Ava Rupp has all the choices. She's going to defer.
Well, she actually points down. No, she's going to go down.
She's going to go down.
That's
Coach looked like he wanted to
Yes.
tell her to defer. I guess she decided she'd prefer the bottom position.
Yep.
She's already escaped once.
Aubrey Oler had pretty much the command of that in the whole period, and yet Rupp scores that 1 point late. Just gives her a little bit of confidence. Let's see what she can do from the bottom position.
Right.
$15 seconds or so, 20 seconds now into the second period.
Yeah.
No scoring just yet in this period, but like Michael said, Oler leading Rupp 3-1. On deck on the co-ed side is going to be Evan Owen of South Carroll, Braden Vandervoort of Man Valley, as Owen goes after a 4th career county title.
Wow. All right, Aubrey Oler is, all right. Oler's decided to let her go and wants to work takedowns with a minute remaining in the second period. Cuts the lead to 3-2, so Oler's leading. Oler again in with a nice shot.
Oh, a nice trip. Oh, but they're out. Oh, nope.
And she got the takedown.
Yeah. I guess the move was still going. It looked like they were both out of bounds, but hadn't determined that they were fully out yet, and The 2 points of contact, or the 1 point of contact that
Right.
turned into 2, but look, just like that, 6'2", and now
She's decided she'll put her back up.
I think she's getting
She
the
feels
idea.
confident.
This is,
She looks a lot more confident on her feet than she does on top, it looks like. So
It takes
she's
a
got
little bit of the
6'3"
match
lead.
sometimes, right, to kind of feel those
Yeah.
things out, right?
It's also how you match up with an individual wrestler, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Some wrestlers it doesn't matter, but for others, matchups matter a lot.
Absolutely. 6'3", like Michael said, under 30
Oler
seconds in
on
the
a
second.
double leg shot. Nice sprawl by Rupp, though. 20 seconds remaining.
And a
She's got
sprawl, meaning the legs come out away
Yeah.
from the
Yep.
away from the shot, right?
Yeah, but now Oler's down underneath and working to try and come out. And there she goes. She's got another one. 9-3.
And just as the second period comes to a
we
close.
And we head to the third period. 9-3 lead for Aubrey Oler.
It's her choice. Let's see what she decides.
She decides
Yeah.
she wants to go neutral again.
Coach Joe Zaccanini questioned it, just said up to you, gave the motion, and
I think
she
he feels
agreed.
confident in his wrestler
She
that she's
agreed.
going to make the decision of where she feels where she feels best. And with 3 takedowns, it seems to be from the neutral position.
I mean, you're looking at a wrestler who made the state finals last year, 34-3 in her career, just a 10th grader.
Yeah.
I trust her. If she
Yeah.
wants to go neutral, go neutral.
Nope, Oler in on a shot again. And now she's got to her back.
And now getting back points, too. This
Looks
could
she
be a
got
tech
2
fall.
count.
Oh, okay. Yep. She's up now by 11
Yeah, 14-3.
with still a minute to go.
Oler's certainly in command here.
Yeah, this might be a let up and try to get her down again. Now they did,
Official decided there was no
Yeah, you have to
clear neutral position.
yeah,
All right.
probably a good call.
I think so.
Now she's up 10. And there's
And
another
now
one.
she's going a bit of a dump.
Good job by Oler.
Right to her back.
Good job by Oler. And there it
And
is.
Oler with the pin.
Yeah, Rupp ran out of gas there late.
5 minutes and 30 seconds. Nice display of sportsmanship to help her up. And there we go. Aubrey Oler as a sophomore, is a 2-time Carroll County champion.
Congratulations to Aubrey Oler. And we move on to co-ed 138.
All right, we've got Evan Owen, who, as you mentioned, is going for his 4th county championship against Braden Vandervoort. Evan was a state runner-up last year, I believe 2-time state runner-up, and Vandervoort lost on a last second in the state semis last year, came back and took 3rd.
Okay.
In the semifinals here, Vandervoort defeated Nate Taylor of FSK, who was a state runner-up last
He
year.
lost to Jojo Gelati in the state finals.
And Evan Owen with a quick takedown gives him a 3-0 lead over Vandervoort. So this is a matchup of 2 really good wrestlers in the county.
Evan Owen 26-2 as a senior. Braden Vandervoort 41-3 as a junior. I believe Braden got past 100 career wins earlier in the year. I'm going to go ahead and assume Evan Owen is also, if not there, pretty close. I know he missed a little bit of time this year with a bit of an injury, but
I think he's got the wins throughout his career.
Yeah, he is back. He came back and wrestled at the regional duels and the state duels for South Carolina after missing about 2-3 weeks of late in the regular season. So good to be healthy and good to be focused. He's actually our reigning CMSportsNet Athlete of the Week.
And Vandervoort was able to get the escape, so he cuts the lead to 3-1 with 1:10 remaining in the first period.
Yeah, we stopped by practice last week, talked to Evan about just how he feels right now going into this last couple of weeks. He says he feels about the same as he has last couple of years. Look, like you mentioned, both years ended in the state final. He was very close to winning both those matches. So move here, move there, be the difference.
Evan is just relentless here on that leg.
Let's see,
and he's got another takedown, puts him up 6-1 with 45 seconds remaining in the first period. We saw he tried to go early to the cradle, which is one of his just go-to moves. Evan Owen is just always seems to find a way to lock in that cradle, that cross-face far side cradle.
You've seen it a couple times
Yeah.
in your career, right?
I mean, it's just he has a knack for getting his opponent into it and either getting back points or getting a pin from it. And Vandervoort is no slouch whatsoever.
Correct.
He's an outstanding wrestler.
Yep. I mean, you're 41-3 into this match. You've done something right.
Yeah.
To this point, and like
he's
you said,
a two-time third-place finisher at the state tournament.
Right. Which is maybe
Evan Owens, a two-time runner-up at the state tournament. I mean, this is as good as you can get in a county final, really.
Yeah, you and I have talked about how that match, that third-place match at states, could be the toughest match to sort of win and get back to and win. Your dreams were dashed on the state final. A lot of kids say that's it. You know, I'm going to maybe pack it in or go through the motions. The kids that get third really is a testament to how they want to finish the season.
Vandervoort last year in that semifinal loss on Friday night, you know, it was a tough one to get by, especially, you know, 1 point, and he looked like he may have had the escape. Official determined he didn't have an escape nor reversal. Both were close, but then came back on Saturday with a vengeance and just, you know, rolled his next two opponents to get himself that third place finish. All right, so Vandervoort starts the period on top. Owen looks like he's about to come out the back, and he does, which gives him a reversal, and now he's up 8-1. Evan Owen is, you've interviewed him, is one of the quietest wrestlers we have, but when he gets on the mat, he's just brutal. Really just, you know, nonstop, methodical, and always looking to improve his position. He's not one who coasts to victory at all.
Yeah, he's not gonna have elaborate conversations about the wrestling matches he's had, but he doesn't have to, right? He lets his actions do the talking on the mat.
And he has the cradle. That's what he does.
South Carroll history, if he can hold on here. He still has it locked in.
He's got his 4 points. And he's got it. He lets the cradle go. Looks like he let the cradle go, I think.
I thought he had it.
Well, he did, but he got his 4 points.
Okay, got it. Yep, he's up 12-1 with 50 seconds to go in period 2. We are in period 2.
Yeah, we are. 45 seconds remaining in this period. And it looks like he's trying to lock up that cradle again.
Once this match ends on mat 1, we will have Bryn Ryan of Man Valley and Rhea Dupre of South Carroll.
Yep. Owen is
in control.
In control. He's got a leg in, trying to work.
South Carolina didn't like that. Like Vandervoort just trying to get some sort of advantage and sort of grab the arm.
Well, he's trying to fight off a guillotine, and the official determined it was potentially dangerous.
Warn him. Looks like Owen's okay.
Yep. And again, Owen's on top.
Owen's a little angry now too, I think, after that move.
And we're at the end of 2. And Vandervoort has all the choices. He's going back neutral.
Owen in control, 12-1. Again, these 2 minutes, you got to be smart, right? Be smart, be level-headed. If you're Vandervoort, you got to start being aggressive. If you're Owen,
he needs to. Owen, but they're both aggressive wrestlers.
Sure.
So thus far in this match, Owen has he's dominated it. And he's dominating a very, very good wrestler.
Oh, absolutely.
Which, you know, at first glance, we said a couple of us said the 138-pound weight class is probably the most stacked in this tournament, and you've got 2 state runners-up and a third-place finisher.
I'm glad you mentioned that. I was going to talk to you about it beforehand. We didn't have time to, but I think you're right. I think I was looking at the weight class, just trying to judge them, and 138, pretty tough.
Yep, and official determines we're at stalemate. No one had really much of an opportunity to improve. So with a minute 23 remaining in this bout, they're back. They remain on their feet. Evan Owen with a 12-1 lead.
Quick stop by the official. Now we're back. 1:10 to go and counting. So barring any crazy finish here, Evan Owen will be. You know what? I'm going to wait. I'll wait a few seconds before I say that.
I think you should be cautious in everything
I'll be cautious. I'll be cautious. He is on his way to becoming county champ once more.
Yep.
And
he's got another takedown that gives him a 15-1 lead.
Now any more points and this match is over in terms of points for Owen. Impressive. Very impressive, Michael. Evan Owen wrestling a really good wrestler in Braden Vandervoort and making it look pretty lopsided. Now we get a point for Vandervoort.
Yeah, he called stalling on Evan Owen.
Okay.
Said he was not doing anything. He was not really working to improve.
Well, I guess there was already a warning then at some point, so that's because he gave him a point.
Correct.
Had to cross face momentarily.
Yeah, didn't have enough to get criteria, and definitely not for the 2 count.
All right, I'm going to call it now, Michael.
10 seconds remaining. Evan Owen is. Evan Owen is a 4-time county champion for South Carroll with a 15-2 win.
That's pretty impressive.
Braden Vandervoort.
And that's about the most, what do you call it, the most emotion you'll get out of Evan Owen, a quick clap to himself, and he knows that he's just made history. It's a list that's gotten a little longer, but it's definitely a short list of 4-time county champs.
All right, brings us over to mat number 1 again, where we at the 125-pound final, where we have South Carroll's Rhea Dupree, who's a 20-5 sophomore, against Manchester Valley's Bryn Ryan, who is a 17-2 junior.
Bryn Ryan, the county champ a year ago, I believe, a state qualifier as well, and won the Husky Open this year and took second at the Who's Number 1 tournament.
All right. Both accomplished wrestlers this year, both had very good. Rhea Dupree was a county runner-up last year, and she took 3rd place at the FSK Invitational and was runner-up at the Girls Clash at the Creek tournament.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah.
Wrestling has good names for their tournaments, I will say that.
For the most part, I will agree with you. Bryn Ryan gets behind. Rhea Dupree, official felt ran out of bounds, so he called her for a stall.
So there's a warning already then on Dupree?
Yes.
Okay.
He did not call her for fleeing the mat, which would have been a point.
Automatic
he called
point,
her
correct.
for the stall.
Okay.
Bryn Ryan controlling Dupree's wrist and having a head around the arm around the head. Dupree working to try and maintain get her wrist back, and she has again another shrug by Bryn Ryan.
Oh,
and
nice
she
trip.
does trip and take down, which gives her a 3-0 lead over Rhea Dupree. And looks like they're almost out of bounds.
Almost.
Not just yet.
Good move, though, by Bryn Ryan.
It was a nice shrug, and they are out of bounds. That brings them back to the center of the circle, with Bryn Ryan having a 3-0 lead on Rhea Dupree with 42 seconds remaining here in the first period.
You mentioned Dupree, a sophomore, 20 wins this season. Bryn Ryan at 17-2, a junior. Dupree almost got out of that move.
She's almost out.
Still trying.
Ryan's working a reinforced bar, and they go out of bounds. But Bryn Ryan still remains in control. 30 seconds remaining in the first period. She's up 3-0. Dupree's got a nice start to the stand-up. She didn't clear her arms, and Bryn Ryan's got a reinforced arm bar.
South Carroll's coaches, Lindsey Hoff.
And now she's got a bar and a half.
Lindsey Hoff at South Carroll and Jake Pouton, a former state champ, helping out coaching on the girls' side. Robbie Perry over on the Man Valley side, a former North Carroll standout wrestler. He's done a good job with the girls' program over here at Man Valley, and they have the state champs Faith Day.
Yep.
Some
And
state
that is
finalists
the
along the
end
way.
of our first period. Bryn Ryan with the 3-0 lead. Dupree has all the options. She's going to defer, and that puts Ryan with the choice, and she says she wants neutral. She likes being in the neutral position.
Try to attack and expand upon that lead. Oh, Dupree had the choice.
Yeah, she
my
deferred.
bad.
She deferred. Ryan.
Oh,
then
she
took
deferred.
neutral.
Okay, got it. So, yes, I was right. Ryan trying to expand on that lead.
Correct. You were right the first time.
I should have known.
Both with an upper body tie.
Coming up next, 144 co-ed, Bo Snell of Man Valley, JoJo Gelati of South Carroll.
Oh, Dupree gets the headlock.
Rhea Dupree. That's a turn. Whoa, she's got it close.
And
Very
Ryan
close.
rolls through. So Dupree gets 7 and Ryan gets 2. That gives Rhea Dupree a 7-5 lead.
Wow, and Dupree gets
then
away.
She gets the escape. That gives her an 8-5 lead with still over a minute left here in the second period.
Things can turn just like that.
Yeah. Bryn Ryan fought off that headlock well and was able to get a nice reversal out of it. Dupree had her in near fall criteria for a while.
It was close. It was close to being a pin.
Dupree with a nice double leg shot, but Ryan fights it off incredibly well. Right to the takedown, which ties it up with 40 seconds remaining here in the second period.
How about that?
We're at 8-8.
A little
she's
back and
going
forth
right
there.
back to that bar. So she's got the bar on the left side, and looks like she might be working to a half on the right. Yeah, she's definitely got the bar on the left. And yep, she's got it with a bar in the half. Which definitely got a
Looks
two
like she's
count.
got 2.
All
Yeah.
right. So as the second period ends, we go to the third. Bryn Ryan now has a 10-8 lead, which she's lost all of 1 point of her lead through all that skirmish in the second period. She was up 3-0, and now she's up 10-8.
Skirmish, a good word for it.
And looks like Rhea Dupree's got some injury time. Looks like her elbow may be bothering her a little bit.
Yep, you see her favoring that right elbow, it looks like, so. Injury time's counting down on the clock.
Yep. Bryn Ryan, Rhea Dupree's got the choice here in the third period. Trailing 10-8.
Right, we reached the end of the
Because
second
Bryn
period.
took neutral. And for the start of that, it didn't work out as well as I think she had planned when she gave up a 7-point move.
That's the way some of these matches go, right? All of a
Yep.
sudden there's a flurry of activity, and then you're going on offense, defense, back and forth. So Dupree says she's good. She's wincing just a little bit, but she's going to stay in this one. And the injury stops with 48 seconds to go in injury time. 10-8 Bryn Ryan as we start period 3.
All right, we go neutral again. Bryn Ryan gets behind, but she's not yet secured the takedown. And there she does,
That'll do
which
it.
gives her a 13-8 lead. And Bryn Ryan working that bar again. That bar and the half.
Oh, cradle time.
Yeah, she's got it on her back.
Oh,
And
Dupree
with
tried
the
to
pin.
fight it off, but no dice. I think that elbow was hurting her a little bit.
4
and
minutes
Bryn
and 49 seconds into the bout.
Yep.
Bryn Ryan claims the 2025 championship at 125 pounds.
Her second
She's
one.
a two-timer.
Congratulations to Bryn Ryan, who gets it done after Rhea Dupree put up quite a battle.
Yes, she did.
And we are back over to Mat 2, co-ed, 144 pounds, JoJo Gelati, South Carroll, Bo Snell, Man Valley.
Yeah. And Gelati is a two-time county, two-time region, and two-time state champion. He comes in 34-1, and 12 seconds into the bout, he's got a takedown, which puts him up 3-0, and he lets Snell go. Snell is a sophomore who's 41-2 on the season.
What did they do? Oh, blood time already for
Snell. Yes.
Yep.
Snell used blood time in his semifinal match when he defeated. He had some bleeding from his nose then too. He defeated Dylan Vroom of Century.
Okay, it happens. Part of the sport.
Absolutely.
Some kids do it more than others.
Yep.
Like Michael said earlier, you get a 5-minute clock. And so they will, athletic trainer Emily Dudley will tend to Bo's nose. That rhymed.
Yes, it did. I think unintentionally. But
unintentionally, but it did rhyme. While we're waiting, the next match on mat 1, once this one ends, is the 130-pound county final. Caroline McCann of Westminster and Jordan DeFabo of Francis Scott Key. McCann, I believe, going for county title number 2, if I'm not mistaken.
That does sound correct.
Stay tuned for that one. We still have plenty of match left here. At 1:44, we're just early in the period, and JoJo Gelati leads 3-1. Looks like we're good. Coach Dave Dodson and Owen Rill clean up the area, and we're back on the mat.
And Gelati's got another takedown. Puts him up 6-1. And looks like he's immediately going for a cradle. He's got a near side cradle.
And he's got it. Well, I thought he had it.
He still got it. He's got it, and it looks like he's going towards a stack.
Snell trying to grab a leg to keep him away, but it's nope. He did get away from it.
Gives him an 8-1 lead.
Right.
And now it looks like he's working tilt.
The tilt meaning you can basically just tilt the wrestler and get back points at your win. At your
tilt's usually not a pinning combination.
Right. But it's a point getter.
It is. It's designed to get back points, not to get and another takedown after an escape for Gelati. Gelati an 11-2 lead.
And he is
just over a minute, just over 15 seconds remaining.
Right. I was going to say he wants that cradle, but yeah, it's time running out. I was trying to get to it. Pretty impressive start for JoJo.
Yep.
And neutral is the call.
Yep. So we start the second period 11-2. Gelati over Snell.
JoJo, the reigning CMSportsNet co-ed wrestler of the year. And right into another takedown.
He's fast, he's strong, but he's so technically sound.
Yes. Disciplined.
He's up 14-3.
This could do it.
And
I wouldn't do it. I'm sorry. No, not yet.
But when he gets, so he's about to get his next takedown.
Then he'd be on the precipice.
17. Yep. Now he's at 17-3.
So one more point would end the match, give him a technical fall victory.
Right.
15-point discrepancy ends the match.
That is correct. Unless you're in a pinning combination.
Correct.
And then you get to finish it. And they're out of bounds.
I believe, yep. Was there more blood, perhaps? Might be.
Or nose plug came out.
Yep.
Looks like there is more blood.
So both coaches will do what they can to make sure the mat's clean.
Yep. as you mentioned earlier, Westminster athletic trainer Emily Dudley has played such a huge role in this tournament, helping to keep everybody healthy, doing evaluations, making sure that, helping to clean up blood. Really just an outstanding job she's done as she's managed this tournament, both the JV yesterday as well as the co-ed and the girls today.
That's undertaking. You got a lot of wrestlers, a lot of athletes, and a lot of people in this gym. And
yeah,
she's the one making sure that ice is administered and people are wrapped and blood is cleaned. And so hats off to Emily and everyone that helps out, coaches and everyone alike. You mentioned it at the top, Michael. I mean, it's from Brian Tomes, the AD of the school, on down. It is a host of people that help put this together. I know you do your part as well, but not enough thanks goes out to everyone who puts this together and really makes it run so smoothly.
Yeah, they're really doing the lion's share of the work, and we're very fortunate to have them doing this.
They've been wrestling this county tournament since the late 60s. This is the 58th edition. Took a year off, I think, in 69 or 70, but had it every year since.
All right, another escape. Gelati lets Snell go. So another takedown will end the match and make him a 3-time county champion.
And that's it.
And 3 minutes, 4 seconds into the bout, JoJo Gelati takes it 20-4.
Impressive. Another impressive win for South Carroll. And so JoJo Gelati now a 3-time Carroll County champion. Congratulations to JoJo, and South Carroll adds another individual county title.
All right, so at 130 pounds, we've got Jordan DeFabo, a senior from FSK with an 11-12 record. She was 4th last year, so she's here in the finals this year. She was 3rd in the region, so a state qualifier. And she takes on Westminster's Caroline McCann, who's also a senior. She's 20-4. She was a county champ last year. She comes into this as a 3-time region champ and a 2-time state placer.
And you mentioned 20-4 her record.
Yep.
Wearing the old school Westminster Owls singlet. I like it.
She's working a front headlock. And she is behind, so that gives Caroline McCann a 3-0 lead. She's really been wrestling strong this season. She's really made spent a lot of time in the off season working to improve her technique and speed, and is really paying off for her. As mentioned, the 20-4 record. She's hoping to make a deeper run into the state tournament this year than she has the last 2 years. While she's still a 2-time placer, she's looking to do more.
She's dealt with a little bit of the right knee, having to deal with that brace, and once in a while you'll see her kind of limp off from that, but I mean, it's been pretty much smooth sailing this year for Caroline McCann.
Yeah. She's riding very strong with a 3-0 lead. About 30 seconds remaining here in the first period.
You mentioned 3-time regional champ, Queen of the Jungle champion.
All right, DeFabo gets the escape, and now we're 3-1 with 25 seconds remaining.
Caroline was a recent CMSportsNet Athlete of the Week after winning that Queen of the Jungle title down in Queen Anne's. A really good tournament. She said it gave her a lot of good experience, and hopefully serves her well for this time of year. And there you go.
Second takedown. 10 seconds remaining here in the first. She's up 6-1.
Good to score late there in that period.
Absolutely, especially after giving up the escape with about 30 seconds remaining. And we finished the first period with Caroline McCann leading 6-1 over Jordan DeFabo of FSK.
DeFabo held her own in there. I mean, again,
McCann's got all the choices. She says, let's go neutral right away. This is where she feels the most comfortable. Yeah, and you can see she's really made improvements on her neutral this off season to this year.
Feet.
Yeah, she's much more comfortable on the feet than I think she was in previous years. Nice quick shot into a takedown, 9-1.
Yep. You saw DeFabo sort of come at her a little bit unprepared, and McCann knew what to do, get right around her and take advantage. I would expect that McCann to start to try to work for a pin here.
She decides, let's go neutral again. And that makes it 9-2. McCann feels like she's in control of this match right now.
Correct.
Obviously, we know things can change on a dime, but so far, Caroline McCann is dominating Jordan DeFabo, and she's got another takedown. Great shot to a quick turn. And she loses her 12-2 lead. She lets DeFabo go, and it's 12-3. seems like she's content just to play takedowns all day. She's got a front headlock, and right behind, that gives her a 15-3 lead.
In control, you mentioned it a second ago, and she certainly is.
Official call stalemate.
We can with her cheering section over here to our right.
Yep.
Westminster Owls.
She's up 15-3, goes back neutral. I believe it's 15-4 now. Caroline McCann with the tech fall. It was 15-3, is now 18-3. 3 minutes and 23 seconds. Caroline McCann gets a tech fall. And she is our 2025 county champ as a two-time county champ.
You got it. That was it.
All right, we're over to 150 pounds on the co-ed side. We've got Landon Buckman of Winters Mill. He's an 11th grader with a 32-3 record. He was a state qualifier last year. Taking on Angelo Marchini of South Carroll, who's a senior with a 29-6 record, was a state placer last year. He was a county and regional finalist in 2024. Another quick-moving, aggressive bout.
Yeah, we're 20 seconds in, and both wrestlers trying to establish that first scoring potential. Marchani trying to get it up. There was. I was trying to get a leg, and he did eventually get it.
He does. He takes Buckman down and to his back.
Yeah, he's in pinning position here already.
Nice. Throws a half. And he's looking, he wants to finish this early. But looks like Buckman fought off it pretty well. I think he's sitting on 3 back points. There you go. So now it gives Marchini a 6-0 lead. Buckman trying to come out. And he does get the escape, and they're out of bounds. So that's a 6-1 lead for Angelo Marchini over Landon Buckman of Winters Mill.
State qualifier, both of them last year. Marchani a place winner and county finalist, and like Michael said, regional finalist. So good resumes on both sides here for Winters Mill's junior Landon Buckman and South Carroll senior Angelo Marchani.
All right, so we're here in the neutral position, both trying to figure out what they're going from there. Nice duck into a single leg for Angelo Marchini. And as he's coming behind, Buckman's trying to keep that whizzer in. And he's wants to keep pressure down onto Marchini's shoulder. He's got to fight it off for 10 more seconds, though. And Marchini's looking to improve his position. Again, Buckman's got the whizzer in pretty well, and he does fight it off. Fights off that good shot by Marchini. It's 6-1, Marchini after 1.
Coming up after this match ends, it's 135-pound girls final. Chloe Schwang of Man Valley going to go up against Mele James of Winters Mill. That'll be after this match, the first place match on the girls' side at 135.
All right, Marchini with the escape. That puts him up 7-1. He has been he's been the aggressor, and then Buckman takes a nice shot. Not able to finish, though, and Marchini looks like he may have a cradle.
Well, down 6, you're trying to make something happen,
He does have a cradle, and he's got it locked up. Gives him the takedown. So now he's up 10-1. And let's see if he can do anything with it and put Buckman to his back to try and either get a fall or some more back points. And so he does have him in near fall criteria. It's the official counting.
Close to a pin, but Buckman, I think, gets
does
away.
Fight out
at least
through
gets
the
off
cradle.
of it. Right.
Looks like he's got 4 points on the near fall, and then he's put him back into criteria.
This is going to be over here momentarily.
Yes, it is.
If this move holds, and it does.
And that is a 16-1 tech fall for Angelo Marchini. winning his first county
A
championship.
good flurry of points there for the South Carroll senior. And we are moving along here in the varsity finals.
All right, 135 pounds. As you mentioned, Chloe Schwang of Manchester Valley, who's a 19-2 junior. She was a state qualifier last year, took third at the Northeast tournament, who's number one, and first at the Husky Open at Patterson Mill. She's taking on 10th grader Maylee James of Winters Mill, who's 13-11. She was fourth at counties last year and was a state qualifier.
Chloe Schwang is a pinner. We had the top seeds earlier. Going into the tournament, she had 18 wins, and 13 of them were by pin. So she knows how to put her opponent on their back.
Yep. All right, nice shot by Schwang. And she turns the corner and gets a nice takedown. So that puts her up 3-0 over Maylee James of Winters Mill. Chloe Schwang now wants to try and break her back down to the mat. Has her flat.
James tried to peel those hands off and get the escape, but Schwang would not let her do it.
Correct. And
gonna try to turn her.
Yeah, it looked like she was trying to work kind of a sit-through bar. And that's what she's got. She's got back points. As you mentioned, she is a pinner.
She might have more if she can get that going.
She does have 4. If she lets it go, but she's not letting it go. I think she wants to pin. She doesn't care for the near fall.
She doesn't want to let it go.
No, she doesn't want to.
I wouldn't either.
She doesn't want to go near fall point. She wants to go for the pin.
Yeah. Maylee James, pretty strong upper body for a sophomore, but this is tough.
And there it is. Chloe Schwang with a 1:22 pin to win the county championship at 135 pounds.
Another pin for Schwang. Nice job by Chloe, the junior, and another Man Valley Girls champ.
All right, that brings us to the 157-pound final, which does match up 2 returning county champions. Dylan Oler of Liberty, who is a 3-time county champ, going for his 4th. As you mentioned, to be the first one in Liberty High School history, against Davey Snyder, a sophomore.
Tough customer.
Who took 5th at the States last year and was both a county and region champion as a freshman.
So it's going to be a good match, I think. I mean, Davey Snyder's a really good wrestler, and we know what Dylan Oler got to the finals last year.
Yep.
For Liberty in the state tournament on the 2A, 1A side. So
Dylan Oler's 34-2 on the season, and Davey Snyder is 29-5. Oler's also 145-20 for his career.
That's good. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that is certainly pretty good.
One of Liberty's all-time greats, and again, a win here would make him the first. And I tried to talk to Coach Mike Fleming, who was a Liberty coach for a long time. I talked with Coach Kugler and Coach Zaccanini, and they don't know of a Liberty four-time champ. I couldn't remember one either, and you know, let's be honest, I've been doing this for a little while too. So
that's what I've heard.
The memory isn't quite as what it used to be, but I do have the records. I don't have them on me at the moment.
Doesn't mean I'm calling you old.
That's fine.
Okay.
I am. But
Snyder had a nice shot earlier. Was not able to finish it as they went out of bounds. So we're back. We remain in the neutral position. Oler really enjoys working that 2-on-1 from the neutral position to work shots from that. But he uses that to control the upper body of his opponent very, very well. That's kind of his go-to. It's not straight into a shot. He likes to work the 2-on-1 into a shot. And you can see he likes to work it on his right side, his opponent's left side.
By the way, you can call me old. That's fine, but you'll always be a little older than me.
That's a good point. So I can't really argue that one.
And I don't think it works that way where I can catch up to you. So
I don't think so. Oh well.
I'm with you, man. I'm with you.
All right. Snyder seems to be pushing in a bit more the aggressor. So Oler's going to need to be careful not to make it appear as though he's working the edge of the mat.
You mentioned Dylan Oler, 2-time region champ, 2025 champ at the Panther Invitational, and of course we mentioned the second place finish last year at the 2A, 1A state tournament. Both he and his sister got to the finals in their respective weight classes, which was pretty cool to see.
Yes.
Not surprised, Michael, that these two sort of just fill each other out through the first period?
Not really, but they've both been somewhat aggressive. I mean, as I mentioned, Snyder got a really nice shot right towards the edge of the mat that Oler was able to step out of. And we end the first period 0-0.
Looks like Snyder wins the flip.
He
takes down.
He takes down right away. Well, if it should go to that ultimate tiebreaker, scoring the first points are important.
That's true.
Does give the person choice.
We haven't had to worry about that so far
We
tonight.
haven't,
But
and it may
mean
never go there, but you've always got to, you always want to think with that in mind.
Sure.
What's the next thing?
Yeah, it doesn't mean it won't.
Snyder gets right to his feet. Oler lifts and puts him back down. They're right on the edge of the mat.
So the lift there, Michael, as opposed to the trip, is that just a better thing for the person with the hold to try to do? To me, it seems like it'd be harder.
It's positioning. It's matter of what feels comfortable at that point.
Okay.
Obviously, when someone's up in the air, it's harder to keep your balance.
True.
Coming back down.
Maybe you can also turn into some sort of move once you've done that.
Snyder right back onto his feet again. Oler has the single leg, trying to trip from there and then back down on the mat. But you can definitely see Snyder is working really hard to get up to his feet.
Yes.
Oler's trying to return to the mat. But so far, I would say Snyder's really dictating the pace of this second period because he's getting up to his feet, and Oler's more reactive than anything else.
Coming up next, 140 pounds on the girls' side. On deck is Riley Gitterman of Century, a freshman, against Amelia Bodie Jr. from Winters Mill. That match will be after this one.
And Snyder does secure the escape with a minute 16 left into the second period.
So there's your first points.
Yeah. Both of these wrestlers are very good on their feet. And they're also very good counter wrestlers on their feet. So they're going to be aggressive, but also defensive, if that makes any sense.
Somewhat.
Okay. But they both know how to wrestle from a defensive posture as well as an offensive posture.
That I understood more.
Okay. That probably would have been a better way to say it the first time. Snyder almost with a go behind. All right, and we are neutral again with 45 seconds left here in the second period.
1-0 is the lead for Davey Snyder, South Carroll sophomore. Oler trying to get that shot.
Yeah, nice scramble at the end. Oler had a good scramble. Oler with a shot, Snyder with a counter shot, and then Oler tried to get a scramble into a takedown right at the end.
Oler trying to go quick there, too.
Yeah, he did. And Snyder moved away, and then he got a nice single leg to it. Oler's defending this pretty well. Snyder's low, looking probably at this point, hoping to get a stalemate call.
20
like
seconds.
It's probably coming, unless, and that does give him the takedown.
Oh, yes. Wow. So I think Oler thought he could get out of that.
Yep. So with 12 seconds remaining, Davey Snyder has now a 4-0 lead over Dylan Oler.
Impressive. Nice job by Snyder there. I mean, these two are good wrestlers.
Absolutely.
And let's see. Could be something on the mat. It doesn't look good. Officials stop the match momentarily. Looks like they're not going to run any blood time. It just might be some cleanup, as you said from earlier. That was an impressive little flurry there from Davey Snyder. Dylan Oler knows how to get out of moves like that, and Snyder would not let it happen. So. Making sure both wrestlers are as clean as they can be. Coach Brian Hamper spotted something maybe just to make sure don't want the match to have to stop.
Certainly. I think he's asking to make sure that Snyder cleans up anything that may be on him.
Looks like we're good to the referee's satisfaction.
All right, so with 12 seconds remaining, Dylan Oler certainly wants to be able to score a point here.
And he got to his feet quickly. Can he peel off Snyder? 7 seconds, 6. And he does.
With just as time expires, Dylan Oler does get the escape. Looked like it may have been getting close to Davey Snyder getting called for stalling. I think he may have preferred the stall call over the escape because there's no points on the stall. All right, go to the third period. Dylan Oler down 4-1. So now what he needs is another escape and he needs a takedown to secure that fourth county championship.
We'll see if that point comes up big for Dylan Oler, and there it is.
He escapes with 8 seconds into the third period.
So he's in good shape here.
Well, he's still trailing 4-2, which means Snyder is, Snyder's in the better position right now.
I mean, it could become 7-2 real quick.
Yeah.
But Oler got to his feet, which is what he wanted to do there.
Correct. Oler certainly has to be much more aggressive in this final minute and a half than he's been so far. I think he's been kind of, feeling things out. And Snyder gets to be a little more cautious because what he needs to do is just not make mistakes. But I don't think Snyder's not the kind of wrestler who's, going to try to coast to victory. And you certainly can't coast to victory over someone as skilled as Dylan Oler is.
Not coasting against a kid with 145 career wins.
Yeah. But, all right, Oler gets in with a really nice single leg shot. Question is, can he finish it? He wants to try and bring him back into the center of the mat, which he's done. And he does get his 3-point takedown.
Still a minute to go.
With a minute remaining, that gives Dylan Oler a 5-4 lead. Although I got to say, as well as he's wrestled, I don't feel confident that he's going to hold him down for a minute. So I think we're going to be back on our feet before long. Maybe I'm wrong, though. Maybe he's tired out Davey Snyder.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. So now 53 seconds to go.
I think you were more.
Takedown will probably win this.
I think you were more on point the first thought you had there. These guys want to win a county title.
Yes, they do.
40 seconds to go.
Now the question is, who will be the more aggressive? But, in a clean manner.
Sure.
Not making mistakes.
Yeah,
you want to be aggressive, not sloppy.
Right. You do not want to make a mistake here in the final 30 seconds of regulation.
I guess I would say aggressive, not reckless. That would probably be a better way of putting it.
It's a good way.
And now we're down to about 15 seconds. Snyder gets in on a shot.
Snyder's got a leg. Snyder.
And he does not yet have it as now. Yes, he does give it. Snyder with a 3-point takedown.
Now Joe Zaccanini wants to speak to the official. I think he wants to know whether he was out of bounds or not. Hard to tell from here.
All right, so we are 8 seconds remaining. Oler's going to need an escape and a takedown, and Snyder has no stall calls on him. It's going to be a lot.
Yeah, he need to quickly turn him and try to reverse him right at this point. 5, 4, 3. He got the escape.
The escape.
And he ran out of
Davey
time.
Snyder knocks off Dylan Oler.
That's a big move late for Davey Snyder.
County champion.
And there will not be a 4-time county champ for Liberty just yet.
They will likely see each other next week at the regional finals. All right, we're at 140 pounds.
That was a good match.
Well, we've got junior Amelia Bodie of Winters Mill, who's 14-7. She was a county placer last year, and freshman Riley Gitterman of Century, who is 14-11. Interesting to note, this is the first year, I believe, that Century's had girls wrestlers. So Coach Zach Blessing made sure to point out that Riley Gitterman at 14-11 as a freshman is already the all-time wins leader at Century High School. So far, it looks like Gitterman is the aggressor, and Bodie has been backing up a bit.
That's pretty cool. That's a cool stat, though, that she's the all-time wins leader for the girls wrestling. Again, in the infancy stages right now, so good for her.
Yes.
A county placer last year for Bodie and a top 3 at the Falcon Invite.
Yep. Almost a takedown onto her back for Bodie, but did not maintain a point in bounds when she went beyond the mat with Gitterman. So
coaches Fisher and Orem wanted that takedown, but
yes, they
not
did.
Quite. Not quite.
And we've got Coach Troy Blessing and assistant coach Dan Carr over in the corner for the Knights. Minute gone here in this first period, and it has been a flurry of action, if no points. Bodie going for a headlock again.
Can she turn her? Ooh.
And looks like Gitterman is trying to fight her way through it, but does
not that time.
Not. She gets thrown to her back.
Gitterman did a good job to stay up high, but Bodie is strong. Bodie is strong. And a pin.
With a minute 27 seconds into the match, Amelia Bodie of Winters Mill is your 140-pound county champ.
Impressive move there to get that pin by Bodie.
Strong upper body. Okay.
Speaking of unbeaten wrestlers.
Moving over to 165 pounds on the co-ed side, we've got FSK's Pat Mattingly, who's 22-9 on the year. He's a two-time state qualifier. And Chris Gang of Winters Mill, who comes in undefeated at 35-0. He is a three-time state placer. He took third last year, and he was Carroll County champ last year. He is a three-time region finalist.
Yep. Placed at states last year?
Yeah, he was third last year.
Oh, correct. Yeah. Good wrestler.
Yes. Just very technically sound. Both of them are very good wrestlers. Pat Mattingly, actually in the semifinals, got a throw late in the match to advance here to the finals.
Okay.
But as I said, Chris Gang is already 35-0 on the season, looking to try and capitalize on this. And it looks like we're out of bounds.
At this stage, you lose this match, your season's not over. But to get to this point without a loss, the pressure's been building and building, right?
Certainly.
So a senior can handle, and so far he has handled the pressure and passed every test.
Yeah. Nice.
That was a great
shot.
Yeah,
and
there you go.
Takedown for Chris Gang.
Just a nice move to get that leg by Gang.
Yep. Nice a little bit of a high crotch right into it, and he immediately tries to work towards the. Looks like he's trying to work towards a tilt. All right, Gang is on top. Mattingly is somewhat balled up, trying to work a little bit up from there. But so far, he's not been able to get much defense done other than fighting off Gang's tilt. And Gang does get the tilt on. It looks like he's got 4 waiting for him when he breaks it, and there's his 4-point near fall. That puts him up 7-0 with 15 seconds left here in the first period.
Great start for Chris Gang.
Yeah. Now, I will say, when I saw him earlier in the year at the Falcon Invitational, he had some really great starts, and a couple times he coasted home.
Okay.
He told me he's been working on his conditioning because at that point in time, his conditioning was a little, I think he said, substandard.
I got you.
All right, so we're at the end of the first. Chris Gang with all the options, looks like. And he's going to defer with a 7-0 lead. And Pat Mattingly says, let's go neutral. That's where I feel comfortable. Chris Gang is solid in all positions. Pat Mattingly with a nice low single shot. Gang trying to fight it off. Trying to work into a cradle from someone having a low single on him. Which is not an easy thing to do. But Chris is, again, technically sound and strong as well. So he's got that working for him, and he's got a takedown now.
He does.
So that gives him a 10-0 lead with about a minute and a half remaining here in the second period.
Still trying to work that cradle, right?
Absolutely. Well, he's become much more aggressive.
Oh, yeah.
Again, later in the season, I think he noticed his conditioning was not what it should have been. He's got a leg in, and Mattingly tries to sit through, and now he cross faces, but not into near fall criteria.
Not yet. Gang doesn't stop, too. He's always moving.
Yes, he is.
Gang's still on top, and he's up 10-0 as we're down to 45 seconds to go in the second period.
And he has completely dominated this match.
He has.
Pat Mattingly's putting up a good fight, but Chris Gang is really in control here. Mattingly's balling up a little bit, and needs to be careful that if he balls up too much, he'll get hit with a stall call.
Yeah, and there's really only so much you can do when you're being dominated like that. You're down by 10. I know he's not looking at the scoreboard, but he knows that Chris Gang is in control of this match.
He knows he needs something big.
Yes, in a hurry.
And they're out of bounds with, what's that, 19 seconds remaining.
Yep.
Chris Gang with a 10-0 lead. And he'll have choice should we get to the third period, which at this rate I think we will.
We're glad that everyone is able to watch this tournament at home. CMSportsNet streamed every match from the start of Friday's JV and all the way through the preliminaries today and now into the finals. It's been a tradition of ours last few years. It's been fun to bring this to you. We finally got a chance to be live during the finals, Michael, and it makes it more exciting that way. So
it is. It's a lot more fun than when we tried to do it on tape delay or last year when we just tried to survive a blizzard.
Well, that was
or a snowstorm. It wasn't really a blizzard. It was a snowstorm at night.
Yeah, I was going to say that too. Driving into the parking lot, looked up and saw 30 couple degrees and sun. It couldn't have been a better day for some county wrestling. So, of course, last year we did have the snow coming down pretty hard.
Yes. All right, Gang is just completely in control with 1:35 left here in the match. Still with his 10-0 lead. Coach Orem giving him some direction. All right, not a lot of action late, but again, he's still aggressive and working to try and improve his position, which is what, from an official standpoint, that's what you're looking for. And he's determined Pat Mattingly's not doing enough to improve his position, so he calls him for a stall with just under a minute remaining here in the third period.
.40 seconds to go. Chris Gang in control.
Yep.
Looking to be
Pat Mattingly trying to look like a little bit of a switch. He does get the escape. Gang leads 10-1. And he is still, seems to be stalking. He's not content in riding it out. Mattingly needs a big move. He sees that. So he's going to have to try for something. Gang obviously knows he doesn't. All he has to do is not give up a big move, and he's in great shape. And we're down to 5 seconds remaining. Pat Mattingly looks like he's trying to lock up a cradle. I'm not sure he's going to have enough space to get around all the way to the side. And that gives Chris Gang, moves him to 36-0. And with that win, he is now the all-time wins leader at Winters Mill High School.
That is pretty impressive. Congratulations to Chris Gang. And you and I both know there have been a lot of good wrestlers at Winters Mill High School.
Absolutely. But he now stands atop the mountain alone. Brings us to 145 pounds on the girls' side. We've got Addie Grubb from Manchester Valley. She's a 15-5 junior who took first at the Husky Open and second at the Who's Number One tournament. She's going to take on Maddie Dehoff, a 16-6 senior from FSK, who was Carroll County champ last year.
Indeed. And
took 6th place 2 years ago at the state tournament. Addie Grubb is with the green anklet, and Maddie Dehoff with the red, although it has already come off, but she'll be red on the scoreboard. Both trying to work a collar and work from there.
Cool to see two county champs face each other in the finals.
Yep. All right, we go back center. Addie Dehoff got a bit aggressive running back towards that center. I think she saw that Addie Grubb kind of turned away a little bit and wanted to take advantage of that. All right, right about 30 seconds remaining, or just over 30 seconds remaining here in the first period. We're scoreless still. So far, no one's taken a shot, but definitely aggressive on the upper bodies. You
mentioned their records.
There's a shot by Addie Grubb. Addie Maddie Dehoff with the trying to sprawl. Grubb trying to turn the corner. Nice cross face by Dehoff, but now she's down on the hip. She's going to need to work to improve her positioning, or she's going to give up a takedown, but she's almost out of time.
Saw Davey Blake
yes,
sort of.
the official gives the gives the takedown to Addie Grubb. That puts her up 3-0 as time expires in the first period.
There you go. I thought they were going to run out of time.
All right, Maddie Dehoff selects bottom as she trails 3-0 at the start of the second period.
So late points there from Addison Grubb.
Official determines that bar looked potentially dangerous. It may have slipped up a little bit. Wants to make sure that no one gets injured on a move. It wasn't illegal, but it was potentially dangerous.
Maddie Dehoff can look over to her coaching side and see a lot of experience with Davey Blake and Bill Heisen sitting in those chairs.
Yeah.
I talked to Dehoff back in December. We did a little thing on girls wrestling, a little package, and asked her about how she got into it. And she said, well, I didn't really know much about it, but I was a basketball player, and I kept fouling everybody all the time. So I wanted to give wrestling a try. It made me laugh. And I said, well, you did it pretty good. I think I made the right choice.
Got a bar, and she's now taking Dehoff over for near fall, trying to look for the pinfall. She's got 1:10 to go to work to that fall.
So Dehoff can use that aggression now on a wrestling mat instead of the basketball court. But right now she's in a little bit of trouble against Addison Grubb, and there's the pin.
So 2 minutes, 59 seconds. Addie Grubb collects her second county championship.
Congratulations, Addie Grubb. County champ at 145 pounds.
All right, brings us to 175 pounds on the co-ed side. We've got top-seeded JT Ferguson of Century, who's a senior with a 38-2 record. He was a state qualifier last year with over 100 career wins. And he's going to take on junior Nate McLeod from Winters Mill, Nathaniel McLeod of Winters Mill, who is, as I mentioned, a junior with a 28-8 record. He was the second seed in this tournament. McLeod last year won the JV tournament.
2 years ago.
Oh, I'm sorry, 2 years ago. That's right.
Yep.
My mistake.
It's okay.
But now, took third place at the Easton New Year Brawl tournament.
Yeah.
This year.
He's had a good season.
Yep.
Tough customer here, though. 103. I was going to say, I just see it here. 103 career wins. So GT recently surpassed 100 wins for Century. So congratulations on that accomplishment. And he's trying to add 104, which would give him a county championship. State qualifier, like you mentioned, Michael.
Yep, he was one round away from placing last year. He lost in the blood round. All right, both of them, again, as we see, especially I think more so with the upper weights, kind of feeling each other out, figuring out exactly what they want to do. Don't see, again, they're not lethargic, but not as much movement as you see at some of the lower weights.
Sure. I'll let you call him lethargic.
Okay, again, we're 40 seconds remaining here in this first period, and really not a lot of action. A little more of dancing, I guess, between the two of them. Both kind of, a little bit of a shot by Nate McLeod.
Hey, you got to be quick on your feet in wrestling. There's some dancing involved.
JT Ferguson backed off and then kind of inched forward, but then but that's about as much action as we've seen here in this opening period. 15 under 10, right around 10 seconds left. We'll see if anyone wants to try and do much to get a takedown. I think we're going to go scoreless into the second. And there we are.
On deck on mat 1, it's going to be the 155-pound final. Gabby McLeod, undefeated for Winners Mill. Savannah Glover, from freshman from Francis Scott Key. So McLeod tries to add another county title to her resume in the next match.
All right, McLeod takes the bottom position, and JT Ferguson starts on top as we begin the second period. McLeod is working to get out. Ferguson working, and McLeod does manage to get an escape in about 14 seconds into the second period.
A couple of strong wrestlers on the mat, Michael.
Absolutely. So now we're going to see who wants to be a little more aggressive here on their feet in the second period.
And McLeod has the lead here, so first points go to the junior.
Yeah. A little bit of a, throw by, and then tried for a single leg from there for Ferguson, but not as much commitment, I don't think. It's almost as though neither one wants to do too much to put himself in a potentially hazardous position. All right, so Ferguson, official feels Ferguson has been the aggressor and hits McLeod for a stall.
Coach Lou Oram imploring McLeod. Now he's got a stall against him, a warning. So
now we've got 50 seconds remaining here in the second period. McLeod cannot afford another stall, so he's going to have to make sure he's doing something beyond just, beyond standing around. Although, again, as I said, neither one has really taken a super aggressive shot. McLeod now takes a shot, comes in, fought off pretty well by Ferguson. Looks like he's trying to work a quarter Nelson. McLeod does have a deep, is kind of deep on the single, but he's going to have to maintain. He's got to get back up to his base or work from there.
Ferguson trying to get that ankle.
Yeah.
He's got it up high.
I think we may be nearing a stalemate or the end of the period, one of the two. And we did end the period with no points beyond that one escape by McLeod.
Yep.
So we go to the third period. Ferguson takes down. One of these two young men is about to become a first-time county champion. And Ferguson's out, so now we're tied at 1. Takedown obviously will likely win this match.
The way it's gone right now, absolutely.
We'll see who can get in a shot and finish it.
Nothing doing just yet.
Yep.
30 seconds plus into the third period.
And both working a solid upper body tie. Okay, they break away again. And we have just over a minute remaining. McLeod gets in on a shot, but not deep enough. And Ferguson kind of just pushes him right off of it. McLeod's got to be careful not to just get pushed out of bounds. But the official noted that Ferguson's pushing in, but I don't feel that he felt he was doing anything more than pushing. So that's why he didn't see a stall call there.
Right.
But McLeod needs to be careful that he's not backing up, because a stall call will, put him in a 2-1 deficit. And he does get 2 more back points, so he takes it 6-1. And nice display of sportsmanship. JT Ferguson helps up Nate McLeod. Good county final.
It was.
JT Ferguson's our champ. As you mentioned, brings us to 155 pounds on the girls' side over here on mat 1. The aforementioned Nate McLeod, his sister Gabby McLeod, going for her third county championship.
Third, I said second. So
yeah,
third.
She's a 3-time state placer. She has 1 loss over the last 2 years, that being in the county finals last year. The state finals last year. She's 13-0 on the year. She's a 3-time state placer and a 2-time state finalist. She's taken, and I believe I mentioned she's a senior. She's taken on a freshman, Savannah Glover of FSK, and Gabby takes her right to her back has it locked up pretty tight and is looking for a pinfall, which she gets 19 seconds into the first period. And that makes Gabby McLeod a 3-time county champion.
Impressive.
Quite. Brings us to 190 pounds on the co-ed side. And we've got Kevin Kern, who was a county champ last year. He's taken on Kevin Kern is a junior who's county champ last year. He's 35-1 on the season. He's taken on another junior, and Landon Hamper's 34-2 on the season. Also a county champ, but also a state champ. The lone loss on Kevin Kern's record this year is to
It is
Landon Hamper.
I was waiting for that from you. I appreciate that fact. They wrestled during their tri-meet.
They did.
And Hamper got the best of Kern, and Kern hasn't lost since.
Correct.
So what do we got? Two guys that are combined 69-2. Not too shabby.
3. 69-3.
3. Yep, see, I told you. Math, not my strong suit.
So I've noticed.
Kern in the black Liberty singlet, and Hamper, of course, son of Coach Brian Hamper, state champ last year, like you mentioned.
Yep.
Kern, good football player. He's closing in on 100 career wins. Could get it if he makes a deep run.
Yeah, I will say, Landon Hamper, it's interesting the way I'm going to say this, but you know, he's defending state champ, but I think he's one of the most improved wrestlers in the county this year.
I think that's fair.
He had a good run in the state tournament, but this year he's just so much cleaner and crisper in his moves. Really just doesn't make mistakes. Just everything is methodical. He's, you know, I think he's stronger this year, but I think it's weird to say a state champ is one of our most improved because, you know, he had a great run last year. But I just think he's in much better position of wrestling this year. He looks more comfortable.
I was only going to add to that. It's safe to say we watched South Carroll a lot last year. We just didn't really talk about Landon like we did the other guys until the end of the season. Now he has that state title. We can see him and work on his game, and like you said, got better as the season went on. That's all you can ask.
Right. All right, 48 seconds left here in the first. We're still scoreless, though.
Both of these young men, football players in the fall. It's always a correlation. The good football players usually become good wrestlers, and at least they have a chance to.
Sure.
I know football coaches like to encourage their players to wrestle, and I know wrestling coaches like taking the football players under their wing.
Right. All right. Hamper's been the aggressor. Kern trying to use his strength to his advantage because Kevin really is a very strong young man and you know, try and work upper body from there. But Hamper is not content to get stuck in a front headlock and tried to finish a shot, but instead took it out of bounds. So we restart.
When you look at them both, it looks like Kern has the advantage strength-wise, but Landon Hamper, no slouch.
No, not at all.
No slouch. He's growing. He's still growing into that body. They both are, but Hamper got a little more length in the arms and legs, and Kern's got that upper body strength and legs, too. Speaking of football players turned wrestlers, well, not turned wrestlers, but who split with wrestling, we'll see another one here in a few matches when Crew Boog takes the mat from Man Valley at 285.
All right, Kevin Kern has all the options. He defers. Landon Hamper says, I'd like to go on bottom to start second period. And we begin period number 2, scoreless.
So a stall on Kern.
Yeah, he's got to take him back down to the mat or let him go. Can't afford to just move. And that's a point. Second. That is the second one in the match. So yes.
Liberty's coaches don't like the call. Officials explaining it to him, but now Hamper is up 1-0. Now it's going to be 2-0
with the escape. So minute 23 left in this second period. If I'm not mistaken, when they wrestled earlier, I think it was a tech fall. So Kern is keeping this a much closer match than the first time they wrestled thus far.
Hamper tried to shoot there, and Kern shrugged it off.
Yep, and then he also tried to work a front headlock from there. You know, both outstanding wrestlers. Now Kern's trying to be a bit more of the aggressor. As it looks like we're almost out of bounds again. Yep, and we are.
53 seconds to go.
All right, Kerr working his 2-on-1. Nope, can't finish it. So now we're back. Now we're back to a tie. Very good chance these two will see each other again next week in the 2A 1A North region.
And then who knows past that?
Hamper did not grab and did not control the hips enough. He was close, but it remains 2-0. He almost had it to 5-0.
And it's a headgear issue here for Landon, as coach/dad will help him there with the headgear. Official looking on. Oh, they might have to switch it out. Always bring your spare, right?
Absolutely.
Make sure it's adjusted properly. It's a little bit of a break here with 18 seconds to go in this second period, and Landon Hamper leading Kevin Kern 2-0.
Yep.
Now we're going toward number 3 now, maybe.
Let's give it another try. All right. Maybe not. And eventually I'm certain they'll find something that fits, right?
Just a reminder, when we're done with the finals, Michael and I will give some final thoughts, and then hopefully we will grab a wrestler to chat with in our post-game interview. That's our goal here, so stay tuned once the finals are over.
All right, so we are finally back in action as we're nearing the end of the second period. 2-0 lead for Landon Hamper. Almost got yet another takedown. All right, and Kevin Kern takes bottom.
Two to 1 is our score.
All right. Hamper Kern's got a front headlock, but he's just not able to finish anything. Drives him out of bounds. Much, much closer match than the last time they wrestled. All right.
Minute 15 now.
Yep. And they're out of bounds again. Kevin Kern's going to have to do something a little bit out of his comfort zone. I don't know that he's going to be able to do going to be able to dominate a takedown just from the upper body against Landon Hamper. Landon is too technically sound, I think. But he doesn't make mistakes. Just part of what is why he's so improved.
Yeah, not a lot of scoring here, but two really evenly matched wrestlers.
Yeah. All right, we're down to 40 seconds remaining. Again, Kern with a shot, but can't seem to get past Hamper's defenses. Then Hamper has a nice counterattack.
And we're gonna maybe pause for some blood. Yep, they started the blood clock on Hamper. Good match here, 2 to 1.
Yeah.
I know frustrating if you're watching the body language. I mean, Kevin Kern wants to be out there and moving around, and that break in the action kind of maybe ruffled some feathers, but that's the way it goes sometimes, and you got to make sure you're set up and ready to go.
All right, and we are back. 35 seconds remaining. Kevin Kern trails Landon Hamper 2-1 in this in the 190-pound county championship final. Nice counterattack by Hamper, but nothing to it. Kern's leaning in pretty hard. I know he wants to try and do something here. He tried to go big with a headlock, and that gives Hamper his 3-point takedown. And as time expires, Landon Hamper with a 5-1 win to take home the county championship at 190 pounds. As I said, I will not be surprised to see the two of them meet in the finals next week in their region.
Raise Hamper's hand. He is a champ again.
All right, brings us to 170 pounds on the girls' side.
Indeed we do.
All right, we have from Manchester Valley, Talea
Lazenby,
who's a sophomore, and Maya Sweet, a junior from Winters Mill. Maya was a county champ last year and a region champ. She won the Falcon Invite in 24 and finished second this year in the Falcon Invite.
And Maya is a tough competitor.
Yes, she is. And she gets a quick takedown only 15 seconds into the bout. I wonder if it benefits her wrestling with Gabby McLeod every day.
I would say so.
All right. Well, then go ahead and say something.
I think I just did.
Okay, very well.
I'm agreeing with you.
Well, I appreciate that. But Maya made a mistake and went to a full Nelson.
Okay.
She had it on one side, and before she went to the other before she let the first one go. So that gives her a penalty point and makes it 3-1 for Maya Sweet over Talea Lazenby. I am immediately going to a leg ride and then trying to work a half Nelson on the left side, leg on the right. She's got to work on getting her hips up or she's going to find herself in trouble. Talea's got much better position, I think, right now, unless she gets taken to her back door. She was in a good position, but now it looks like she's giving up back points. And Maya has her in a great, strong pinning combination. And she gets a pinfall. Maya Sweet is a two-time county champ for Winters Mill over Talea Lazenby with a pinfall in 1 minute, 7 seconds.
Give Maya Sweet the title. Robbie Perry, Coach Perry, thought there might have been locked hands there, but did not get called.
All right, brings us to the 215-pound championship on the co-ed side.
Indeed.
And that gives us Victor Tejada, a junior from Winters Mill with a 25-11 record. He was runner-up at the Falcon Invite, and he's taken on Manny Rodriguez of South Carroll. Manny's a senior with a 28-3 record. He was state runner-up 2 years ago, and he is a county and regional champion from 2 years ago.
These two wrestled a few weeks back in the duel, won by South Carroll. Manny Rodriguez got a pin. So they have recent experience with each other.
Yes, they do. Including this, we are down to 3 bouts remaining on the night. Manny with a nice duck under, straight in, and turns right into a takedown. That puts him up 3-0 over Victor Tejada.
Good start for Manny.
Manny with the shoulder brace. It seems so common these days. I see so many more of them than we used to.
Indeed.
But, hey, whatever keeps wrestlers healthy and able to wrestle. All right.
It's a comfort thing, too, right? It feels you've been wearing it for a while. You feel good with it.
The support. And he's got him into a pinning combination. Manny is looking and finishes it 54 seconds into the match. Manny is a 2-time county champ.
That didn't take long. Congratulations, Manny Rodriguez.
All right, our final girls bout of this evening is South Carroll's Macy Dahan, a junior, 17-7, took third place at FSK Invitational. It was third county last year, was a state qualifier. She's going to take on Lily Omerglass, who's a senior from Winters Mill.
A veteran on this team.
Yes, she was. She took third place in the Falcon Invite this year. She's a 4-time county placer.
Yeah, you mentioned it's the last girls match. There is another weight class, but it's Jade Love, Winters Mill, is the only one in the weight class, so she's already the county champion.
Yes, Jade Love is the county champion, 235 pounds, and she will look to improve on her season as she heads to the region next year, or next weekend. Excuse me, not next year. Sorry, it's been a long day. And Dahan drives Omerglass out of bounds, and we're scoreless.
Still scoreless, like Michael said, just about 90 seconds to go here in the, still early, first period.
All right, so we are.
Macy Dahan having a good season, by the way, 17-7, like you said.
We are a minute remaining here in the first period. Neither one has been able to score a point yet, but both being aggressive, trying to control the upper body ties.
Just so note for the viewers, I believe I'm correct, the awards, individual awards actually take place out in the lobby of the gym. We don't have our cameras out there, so won't be able to see any awards, but it's just a quick photo op with the individual bracket plaques, and we will give plaques to I was just going to say that,
to the girls team champion based on this tournament. And we will give plaque to the co-ed champion, which is based actually on the dual season. This is the culminating tournament, the state qualifier, and we do keep score, but the county champion on the co-ed side is based on the regular season. South Carroll went 6-0 in the county and captured the county championship again. And Macy Dahan with a nice takedown of Lily Omerglass to her back as time is running out on the first period, and she gets the pin, 1 minute, 54 seconds. Macy Dahan is your county champion.
Nice move.
At 190 pounds.
Winters Mill girls will win the girls team title. They have 215 points as of the last match. So they're on their way to the title. And now
we are at the ultimate match of the evening.
Indeed.
We've got FSK's Corey Stauffer, who's a junior with a 20-10 record, and he's going to take on Man Valley's Crew Boog, who is going for his 4th county championship. He is 42-1 on the year. He's a 2-time state qualifier, and as I mentioned, a 3-time county champ.
42-1.
I'm sorry, one-time state qualifier? He's going for, he qualified last year. Yes. But he is a 3-time champ. Not a lot of upper weights who start at upper weights come in their senior year as 3-time champs. So Crew Boog has been successful at this tournament since his freshman year.
Impressive.
And looking to build on that and capture that 4th county title. As you can see, as I mentioned, he was 42-1 on the year, so he's obviously had a very, very good year and looking to just keep getting better and better.
Nothing yet. A minute into this match. Still nothing doing. 40 seconds to go.
Yep. Cruz trying to work that 2-on-1. And we're under 30 seconds remaining here in the first period. Still scoreless bout. Looks like, and I'm got to say, I don't blame either one of them for not wanting to shoot in and have the other one sprawl on them.
Correct. Looks like Stoetzer had an injury to his forehead earlier in the match. He's got to keep that bandage up there. Might have been a headbutt or something like that. I don't know, but I can definitely see he's had some work done to his forehead.
Yeah. So we go to the second period. Stoetzer has a choice, and he takes bottom. All right, Krubug on top. All right, Crew is
doing something, trying to turn Stoetzer. He might have something here.
I think he's got him turned. And Crew's a strong young man, so
yes, sir.
He's got a good shot of trying to finish this here. He's got and he gets the pinfall, which gives him his 4th county championship.
And that's, I believe, Man Valley's first one.
All right,
that's pretty impressive.
To
Congratulations to Krubug. And I believe we already gave Jade Love her county title.
I think we're going to have an official.
I don't know if they're going to do it. Well, let's see. Jade is over here to our left. Well, they might not.
Go get an official.
I think we have to do. Michael's trying to get somebody to do it. We have to make it official to raise her hand. Yep, Jade Love's going to come out and get her. Good job, Michael. Good job to do it.
Jade Love is our county champ. Good to see for her.
Yeah, she needs the accolades. She did what she needed
to do. I think they're going to do final scores. And on the co-ed side, as we said, it is South Carroll winning. What number in a row
13,
is that?
Not in a row. I don't know about in a row off the top of my head, but I know it's 13, I believe, all time.
Okay.
For South Carroll, that puts them into second place all time. Yeah, they ran away 100-point lead over Man Valley, 240.5 to 140.5, and Mr. Duffy's got to work some of the as we're on live TV, working the tournament. I appreciate that.
I got to try.
Had not too many surprises in the final, but some really good matches in the middle of things, and the cream rose to the top.
It certainly did. We had some great matches. I mean, we saw just some outstanding wrestling. At this time of year, it's always exciting, and just really happy for the kids who get here because they get to showcase in this environment, in this setting, and it's the perfect ending to this county tournament, and it was such a joy to do it, and I appreciate being able to work here with you.
Oh, no
Pat,
doubt.
because it's fun when we get to call wrestling together.
It is. We got a chance to do our very first match of the year. Match of the week, I should say. It's game of the week during basketball season, but we go match of the week.
Yeah.
For one time, that was fun. We saw South Carroll and Man Valley wrestle, the top two teams. Actually,
correct.
Two of the top teams certainly in the area. The top teams in the county, Winters Mill too.
Yep.
Later on, and before we let you go, just what this does for everybody going forward.
Yeah,
in terms of how they can use this tournament going forward.
As we mentioned, our top three, top three in each weight class on the co-ed side, automatically punch their tickets into the region, regardless of anything else that's taken place during the season. Right. So that part's really exciting, and so real happy about that. And then other wrestlers are working to, achieve certain milestones. Like, as we mentioned, Chris Gang, the all-time wins leader at Winters Mill, which, to which you alluded, is pretty prestigious.
It's impressive.
Because there's some outstanding wrestlers to have gone through Winters Mill.
No doubt.
So before his season is even finished, he is the all-time wins leader, and he's still got more to.
Yeah, he's got more to go.
He can wrestle,
right.
so
Add to it.
he can continue to build on it. But South Carroll winning another county championship, putting 10 in the finals.
10. Wow.
Yeah, 10 out of, and they only brought in 13, so they didn't have all the weight classes filled, but 10 out of 13
Two undefeated
put in the finals.
Two undefeated guys, Eli Gabrielson and Chris Gang. So we won for South Carroll, a 4-time county champ, Crew Boog.
Yeah, so it just really a great setting, a great environment, and so excited to be here. Can't say enough about the staff and the staff here at Westminster High School, the coaches. Appreciate the parents. I mean, it really is it's a long day, it's a long weekend, but it really pays off to have this kind of great environment and fun.
Wendell, on that note, sir, appreciate it as always.
Appreciate
Michael Duffy,
you, Pat.
Supervisor of Athletics for Carroll County Public Schools. We're going to take a quick break. Don't go just yet. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we're going to talk to a couple of the wrestlers that did very well today at the county tournament. So don't go away. We're going to wrap things up from the county championships right after this.
I'm Danielle Inglesby, and I interned at the Community Media Center during my senior year at South Carroll High School. I was interested in the CMC because of the knowledge and experience that I would gain and to help narrow down my field for what I want to work in the future.
My name is Cooper Sheeler. I'm a senior at Winters Mill, and I'm here interning at the Community Media Center. I recently saw this opportunity because I was playing football over at Winters Mill, and I saw the Community Media Center filming and broadcasting a couple of our games. So I thought that was a really cool way to connect with the community, and I really wanted to be a part of that.
During my internship, I learned how to operate graphics for New Blue for our sports productions and to edit various projects on Premiere.
Pretty much what I do throughout the day is I help with graphics throughout their Game On segments and Game of the Week, and I also help out prepare stats for all the seasons, the spring and the winter and the fall. I update all those, and I pretty much go around and I can just help out. I can help out at games when they're preparing for a Game of the Week. I've done a couple podcasts here at Community Media Center.
I recommend the Community Media Center for anyone interested in studio art because it definitely gave me an advantage for the future, and I learned a lot and had a ton of fun.
I would highly recommend people come in here for an internship. It's a lot of fun. The people that work here are really nice, and you get to experience a lot of cool things that you've probably never done before.
Hey there, I'm Pat Stoetzer.
And I'm Michael Duffy, inviting you to join us for The Score and more.
Each week, we'll talk about high school sports in Carroll County. We'll share information about upcoming games, highlight coaches and athletes, and much more.
We'll even try to have a little fun along the way. Don't miss the Score and More podcast presented by CMSportsNet.
The Score and More Sports podcast is available online at carrollmediacenter.org and on a variety of podcast channels. Skill, dedication, leadership. Just a few of the things it takes to be named CM Sportsnet's Athlete of the Week. Each week, CM Sportsnet recognizes an outstanding player for their contribution to their sport. Meet some of Carroll County student athletes and join us as we celebrate their performance, impact, and outstanding accomplishments.
CM Sportsnet Athlete of the Week is brought to you by Barnes Bollinger Insurance. CM Sportsnet Player of the Game is brought to you by Genova's To Go.
All right, welcome back to our CMSportsNet broadcast of the 2025 Carroll County Wrestling Championships. One of the players of the game, wrestler of the match, wrestler of the day, whatever we want to call it, Grayson Barnhill of South Carroll. I'll probably have you here longer than you're actually out on the mat, the way you take care of business, man. Congrats on another win. Just tell me about your approach. We've talked about this before, but you want to be as fast as you possibly can, and you don't waste a lot of time. Has that always been your style, or have you developed that as you've gotten older and gotten more into this?
You know, I've kind of really done that since I was a kid. I've always just wanted to get on and off the mat, just to really dominate and really show what I can really do, and just continue to put that work out there. So I think with me continuing it, it's just going to keep going and keep going.
You've already done this once. You get to do it again this year. Was it different this time around, or is it just a little more of the same that you remember what you've done in these tournaments in the past? Because this time of season, you got to really bring your A game every time out.
I think it's a little bit different, you know, just because, you know, with the new people we have in the room, just how dominant we've really been this year, it's just really been pushing all of us to the limits.
Congrats, by the way, on the another duels championship. We're going to get Gabby McLeod in here in 1 second, but before she comes over, the way you guys have handled business in the postseason, you know, the team goes right to the individual and you guys don't miss a beat. You have to flip a switch. I know that's Coach Hamper keeping everybody focused, but it's such a veteran group, even though you guys aren't seniors. What's that room been like this year, just as you continue to stack up wins and continue to meet all the challenges you guys have met?
Our room's been really intense. We're just all constantly pushing each other, trying to make us the best we possibly can, and get ready to try and break some more state records this year at the States. Yeah,
and with regionals coming up next week and then states, what's the focus like on these next 3 weeks? Just because, like you said, you know, everything has to ratchet up every time out there. So, you know, there's no letdown from yourself and Eli and Jake Simeone and this all the way up and Landon and everyone. It's a family. You guys like to have a lot of fun, but you also mean business. And that's a testament to Coach Hamper and what you guys put together on the mat.
I think that, you know, when we really just start pushing each other in the room, it really just brings out our connection out here on the mat. And even in the individuals, we can really get together and come together as a team.
What do you do when you have all this downtime? Your matches go so fast. You wrestled earlier on. It's been like 2 hours. You just chilling, enjoying the moment?
Yeah, we usually just chill out, go out of team.
Yeah.
And then eat, maybe.
Of course. Well, you gotta eat when you're doing tournaments. So, all right, man. Hey, congratulations on a great job. That's Grayson Barnhill. He's going to hand the baton over to Gabby McLeod. We'll bring Gabby over here. Come on, Gabby. Grayson hands off to Gabby. Thank you, Grayson. And here comes Gabby McLeod. Congratulations, Gabby. Go ahead and put that on. There you go. Undefeated still. Another county title, Gabby. Congrats on the win. And just, you know, we talked earlier this week about just how you guys were preparing for this. You took care of business. A team championship, many county champions. You got a teammate standing over here that was also a county champ. How did you guys prepare, and how do you feel about job well done here tonight?
I think that the weeks before this, the way I told you earlier, we dedicated ourselves in practices. We made sure that when we walked in there, we had our game plan that we knew what we were doing, and minimal distractions, because we have a goal at the end of the day, the girls team. And I feel as though when you have a goal and, you know, you set a plan for that goal, and you just have to follow that step plans to make that goal happen. And I feel like this team has done that with the 11 girls we brought to the finals.
You said, and you mentioned this a second ago, you guys just got after it the last couple of days of practice. What did that do to get you ready for this? Because you knew this was going to be a big deal.
Yeah, huge deal. I feel like it helped us just kind of really lock into that mindset of, hey, we have a chance to do something this season. Right. And as long as we are there and we make it the most of every moment in the practice room and on the mat, we can do it. Simple as that.
How about watching your teammates before you just pile up the county wins? You had another one at the end with Jade Love, even though she didn't have to wrestle because she was the only one, but I know she wanted to. But yourself, Maya, Christina, Jayla, you guys got quite a squad.
It makes me extremely proud. I love all of those girls to the bottom of my heart, and to see them work every day and to see that it actually comes to fruition and that the goals that they set for themselves this season come out for them the way that they wanted it to, it makes me happy.
I saw you get a little emotional when you came off the mat, just because I know you were trying to, you know,
I'll explain that, yeah.
it means something to you guys, right? Like you really, it's not just we're going out there to try to do things. You're out there to try to meet competitions and face all on-comers, and you guys are getting the job done. I mean, it makes you feel good.
Thank you so much. Yeah. I want to actually speak on that.
Sure.
The reason why I got so emotional, other than that, is my brother, Nathaniel McLeod, was
yes.
on the other mat.
Yes.
You know, going off in his finals match. And, you know,
Nathaniel, I love my brother to death. And, you know, to see him take on the sport that I've taken on with such grace, it makes me proud. He did a very good job.
He did a good job.
Match.
Yes, he did.
Congratulations to the Century guy that won.
And he can actually go on at regionals and see what happens. So, Gabby, always a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you.
Congratulations on the win. Continued success. Stick right with me. We're going to go ahead and sign things off. So I wanted to thank Gabby McLeod for joining me. I want to thank Grayson Barnhill of South Carroll. The Wintersville girls won the team title. South Carroll Co-Ed won the team title. And that's going to do it from the 2025 Carroll County Wrestling Championships. Be sure to watch all of our high school sports content online on Facebook and YouTube. And you can also watch us on our website. Visit our website at CMSportsNet.com. You can follow us on Instagram at CMSportsNet Action, and don't forget to watch us on TV, cable channel HD 1072. So from everybody here at the County Wrestling Tournament, Michael Duffy, Supervisor of Athletics, AD Brian Tomes, all the ADs in the county, all the great wrestlers that won today, Pat Stoetzer of CMSportsNet saying have a good rest of your weekend, and we'll see you next time.
Hungry? Genova's to go. Pizza, pasta, subs, and more. Fresh hot pizza right from the oven. Genova's to go. A mouth-watering cheesesteak just off the grill. Genova's to go. Fresh baked bread and plump wings seconds from the fryer. Genova's to go. Genova's to go carry-out, delivery, mobile device, and online ordering is available at all locations. Westminster, Hampstead, Manchester, and our newest dining room in Eldersburg. For lunch, dinner, or any time in between. Genova's to go.
Carroll Indoor Sports Center, celebrating its 30th season. 66,000 square feet of fields and courts. Rain or shine, multiple soccer and lacrosse leagues. Artificial turf fields and courts to rent. Party rooms and snack bar available. Summer camp for the kids. Safe indoor environment for athletes of all ages. Carroll Indoor Sports Center, your sport, anytime.
There's a lot about Sarah and Tara that's exactly alike. They drink the same coffee, they have the same great job, and they both have a high-quality education. The only difference? Sarah spent her first 2 years at Carroll Community College, getting the same exceptional education, but at less than half the cost. So while Tara uses her paycheck to make student loan payments, Sarah can use hers for other things, like going out for coffee. Get started at carrollcc.edu.